Hey, what is going on, guys? Pansy here, and welcome to this video. This is a theory crafting discussion between myself and Agent Russ we did on stream, and it was a pretty fun stream, I must say. It went on pretty long, but we went through a lot of important information. So over the past few months and past year or so, we've seen a lot of movement from lower populated regions to higher populated regions, and from like console to PC, where players are just moving because their regions are struggling. Whether it's a very low population at the end game or the marketplace isn't moving, there's no pearl items coming in. There's a lot of different challenges players face, and they think about moving to a new region. Is it a big jump? Is it really difficult to start over from scratch? Well, that depends on you, how much money you already put in, and if you want to really start over again. But it is doable. You can progress pretty quickly in this game now. It is at a pretty good point. I must say, it's improved a lot. The goal of this video isn't to give you a step-by-step, but rather talk about all the important things you need to keep in mind and take into account when starting over from scratch. Remember though, whenever we give any time estimates in this is coming from two streamers and content creators. For us, there is a monetary gain for playing this game, for convincing others to play this game and watch our content. So if we say we're spending 3 to 6 hours playing the game, do adjust it accordingly for yourself as a normal person, and don't get sucked into the rabbit hole, okay? Be responsible with your time. Don't treat this game for more than what it is, and above all, just have fun. And lastly, I hope you do find this video helpful, and please excuse my audio. I did have some issues, so I had to take the VOD from Russ's stream, and that was my audio going through Discord, so yeah, bit of a struggle there, but it is resolved for next time. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And you can check me out at twitch.tv/I'mPansy, and you can check out Russ at twitch.tv/agentruss_. All right, then let's get started. What's going on, chat? Welcome to this stream. I got Agent Russ over here, and we're going to recreate one of my old videos I did probably back in 2021 or something like that. It was with Jordan, where we went through a 0 to 6 month progression of if we were to start from scratch, what would we do and how would we go about it? And as we know, Russ recently started over here on NA and has been having the time of his life, I'm sure. Starting over on BDO. But yeah, we're going to theory craft from 0 to 6 month what the plan is. So me, I haven't started from scratch in a long time, so it'd be good to get Russ's perspective on this. And we'll take all avenues. That includes both grinding and life skilling. What's up, Russ? Welcome to this future video. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm glad we starting finally these sessions.
Yeah.
After a very long time. I guess that's
slacking,
partially because of me, right? I have been away from streaming for over a year, so.
I've been playing random ass games. I've been playing WoW and RuneScape on the side, so I've been slacking too.
I mean, we lost Jordan too, so.
Hopefully he comes back eventually.
Yeah, I had
dude.
Yeah,
how have you been liking starting over on NA?
I think NA is pretty good so far. I really like the community here compared to Mina. Mina was very toxic. I don't know why. What's wrong with our Mina culture there? Like normally we are like very hospitable, like very gentle people in real life, but when it comes to like in game, like it feels like there's a switch button. You just turn it on and you become like 100% toxic. So yeah, and also the server was dead, so that's another reason I started playing in NA. And so far, it's pretty good. People are always helpful, and guild is pretty good as well.
Good. The guild, our little guild, man. Piracy
our little
gang,
guild.
Let's go.
Yeah, don't mock us. Don't mock our guild. Our guild is great,
dude. Our guild.
Our guild master is watching, so watch your word.
Dude, like I quit and come back to the game so many times, but the guild is the one constant. It's always around. Someone else takes up the mantle, keeps things going. Love it. But dude, it's like an important thing. Community, having the right guild. Like, I'm guessing like with the small population, there's more people like, I don't know what the distribution of like new players is in like Mina. I think it's more towards the higher end, right? The people who do stick around in BDO that long on a small, lower populated server.
I think main problem with BDO in Mina was the staff in like PA stuff in MENA. Like if actual PA knew what the GMs and CMs was doing in MENA, they will probably fire them tomorrow. So that's what I'll
What do
say.
you mean
You
by
know.
that?
Well, I'll give you an example, right? I stream in MENA for almost 2 years. I didn't see a single GM or CM in my chat or contacted me to run an event. Like I was the only English streamer on the server as well,
Mm,
and most of the other streamers felt that way as well. And yeah, MENA absolutely doesn't have any streamer left. Maybe only one streamer left.
mm,
Yeah, most of the streamers feel the same way. They all left MENA now, and
right.
yeah, the GMs doesn't do anything there, like no events, and they also not really knowledgeable about games. So
Well, recently, Choice had that banger of a series on YouTube where he re-rolled on EU and in 55 days hit his goal of 700 gear score. And recently, you also moved over to NA. And, for the people who are in like a smaller region who aren't happy with the region or are playing for in a different region for whatever reason, um, what do you think? Rerolling to a new region, should they be hesitant, or do you think they should just immediately do it now?
I think it's better to be late, better to be late than never, but sooner
Mm,
is the better. So if you already pick up signs that the servers are dying and there's not enough population to
right.
do certain activities certain times, like for me, like I had like no PvP content at my time zone. And also time zone is a
Right.
big deal as well. Like when you decide to pick whether you want to pick like EU or NA, like both servers are great. And only thing I would choose like NA over EU is first of all the ping is big issue. You gotta
You're from
choose a
Australia, right?
yeah. So in
Mm.
EU I would probably get like around 400 ping compared to
Yeah.
NA. I would get like around 200 ping. So
Right.
that's number one reason I would choose NA as someone playing from Australia. But if someone already playing in EU, they will probably definitely choose EU over NA for better ping. But also another note is like the server you want to choose, what activities are you going to do and at what time? If you are like someone working at like night shift and EU time zone doesn't suit you, then you might consider playing in NA or vice versa.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
for me,
definitely. I guess the two main regions is going to be NA and EU. I don't know about like any other regions which are populated or whatnot.
yeah, I think NA and EU is the only servers left
I,
beside
yeah.
KR, right? The other servers are pretty much
Right.
population is very low, whether it's C server, SA, or MENA, they're all in the same boat. Like for me, uh, the main reason I play in MENA is because the account was there and it was empty
Hmm.
account. But
You played with your friends, right?
yeah, I had some friends. I joined to help them out first, and then I end up streaming. And the Pearl was cheap in that server. That's another reason I wanted to stick to that server. And I just used that as a streaming content because I was doing live skill, and most of the live skill is like solo content, right? You don't really need community for that.
Right.
And that's why it didn't really bother me too much. And I was producing content for Twitch and YouTube. And
Hmm.
once I reached like high end, pretty much got full pen monos gear and full pen PvP gear as well. And I noticed there's not much left to cover for me in that
Right.
server. Let's say I wanted to go do PvP. The RBF is only active maybe like 1 hour a day, and that's when
Right.
I'm sleeping. And even like the Solar Arena was like start like 1 a.m. till like 7 a.m. or something. Like I'm not gonna wake up at that time just to do like some PvP content. And
Yeah.
and people like seeing someone with like almost 740 gear score and can't produce any PvP content. Like, what's the point of getting gear if I can't use it?
Yeah.
Like, that sort of like demotivated me. And then I took a break from game for over a year and thought maybe like the PA would actually bring somewhat content that will actually make these servers populated again. But that
It's
didn't
hard,
happen.
man. it's hard to bring players into the game. Like, they have to go through so many challenges. First of all, MMORPGs are a niche. Then on top of that, this is a niche within the MMORPG community. It's a grind game, open world. It's not like the traditional theme park style. And then there's the whole issue of like, the stigma of the cash shop. And then there's the whole, grinding for your gear and stuff. It takes hundreds of hours to get to that really good gear score where you can actually start PvPing and enjoying. So there's like so many challenges to grow the game is such a difficult task.
Yeah, it's
It's
like a
tough.
niche in a niche, right?
Pretty much. But hopefully, our talk today is going to help out new players who are thinking about starting out. Maybe give them a sense of direction. It's probably not going to be the most efficient route, but through our combined experience, maybe we can give people some recommendations on how to progress in the game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
I guess I
But
was
yeah,
pretty much stuck with my life story in Mina. Took a bit long route, but
good
yeah, I
stuff.
think we have a lot to cover today. Actually, even though it's like, oh, it's just a 0 to 6 month, but when I actually think about it, we have like a lot of
Yeah.
topics to cover, and even some of these topics will probably need their own individual podcasts.
Yo, probably. But like you're probably one of the few people who are actually like proper hard capped at the time. You had pretty much max gear for PvE and pretty much max gear for you had exactly max gear for life skill. I think the only thing you had missing for PvE was probably Devo and Merchant Ring, and you had the money to buy it, just no one there to sell it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
But
have like I could have get it. It's not a difficult task
yeah,
or challenge. It's
but
just
what are you doing
I
it
didn't
for?
have the motivation. Like, what am I gonna do with if I get like extra
Yeah,
5 AP?
exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now you're starting over from scratch.
And I'm actually a
Just like
PvP
a lot of
player,
other people.
so if I can't use the gear for PvP, then
Mm,
what's the point? Like, there's no motivation. And as a life skill sort of like it didn't die, but it sort of after grinding buff, it's kind of like wasn't as popular as before.
yeah.
So that wasn't much to cover or do as a content creator. So
But
that's
now
the
life
main
skills
reason
are
I
in
took
a
a
pretty decent
break.
spot.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's good. Hunting is good. Yeah, we'll probably mention that soon.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll see some more buffs. Uh, the recent trading and bartering reworks have been a bit meme, but, but we'll see. But yeah, let's kick it off, dude. We're going to do the 0 to 6 month progression theory crafting. Half of it, I'm sure you can speak through solid experience, and the remaining we can just, theory craft it. But we'll start off like week by week in the beginning, and then we can start generalizing a bit more and go by like 2 weeks or monthly towards the end, because I think things might get repetitive. But we'll try to think up of, all the important things that a player would want to cover if they're starting over from scratch. But let's start off with week number 1, man. I'm
Uh,
taking the notes from my end.
my week number one will be pretty much starting as a season character. If it's a
Absolutely.
if it's a season break time, I don't know if I would start or maybe create the account, but maybe I wouldn't because if you create the account, you have like you know, new player rewards and stuff, and you have
Mm,
like all of your server access as well. Like you don't want to waste those. Maybe I'll just wait and make a plan, like make a to-do list and watch some
yep.
guides, and that's probably the number one thing I would do if it's in season break. But if the season is active already, and yeah, I will definitely start with season. Even if like 2 weeks left on season, that's plenty of time to get like Pentwalla gear, and then even if season ends, you can still move on to all of your servers if you are not too happy with the normal servers.
Right. Well, let's just start from scratch here. You said two things there: Olvia and seasonal. So, for anyone new who are looking to start the game, there's multiple different type of servers, all within the same game. So the Olvia is like the new player server or the returning player server. So when you return, there's some restrictions there, but it's pretty much like a safe server for you to be on. It's not as crowded, and you get more XP buffs and such. Seasonals are something that happen frequently. There's very little downtime between seasons unless they're making a big change towards the next season. They had to add a new system or try something new out. They usually release the next season within a week or two after the previous season ends. So you can check the Discord channel, you can check their website, you can check their Twitter. They'll let you know if a new season is around the corner or the season's about to end. But starting out in the seasonal server is a great way to start. You get XP buffs, you get a lot of benefits when you're gearing up. There's a whole set of gear called the Tuvala gear, which is a beginner type of gear where it's really easy to enhance versus actual gear in the main game. And it gets you to a really good starting point by maxing out that gear, where you can actually enjoy the game how it's supposed to be. So everyone who's starting out the game 100% start out with the seasonal on the seasonal server. You even have an option to switch out the class for a different one using something called a timepiece, so you can keep your XP you gained on your first character and try out a new character that way. And there's just so many benefits. So absolutely start off as a seasonal character. And week 1, that's the first thing we're going to note, you're starting as seasonal. All right. Once you make your character, Russ, what's your focus when you're going in season first time as a new player? What do you think is the main thing someone's going to want to look towards to do?
Ideally, you want to start with main story questline. As a new player or returning player, doesn't matter. It's going to take you pretty much all the areas from A to Z and let you explore in a proper way.
Which one
I
would
guess
you do?
You mean
main story? Would you start out with the winter or
Eternal
the
Winter or the main? I would start with the old school way, because if you start Eternal Winter, it locks you until you finish that 150 or something quest that you can't really pick up any side quest.
Right.
So that's a big downside, and it's not like you are missing out anything once you finish the normal old school main story quest line. And when you pick up the Eternal Winter, it's going to be exactly the same story quest line.
Right.
So you're not really missing anything in that sense. And another note with the main story quest line, if you are a brand new account, I would select the long route rather than short route. So long route, you can, explore extra NPC, extra mobs, and you might pick up like extra knowledge along the way. Once you have done the long route, then any other character you do on top of that can be picked up as short route.
Right. So for me, one of the first things I would take into account when starting the game is there are a lot of classes. How many do we have? Like 26 or something, and they have multiple specs. You have Awakened, you have Succession. 2 classes don't have multiple specs. Well, 4 classes now, but Megua and Wusa are going to get their awakening soon. But the first thing I'd probably do is, figure out what you want to play. Every class has something that they're decent at. Some classes excel compared to others. Some classes are just broken and gifted. Metas, as you say. There's something called a trial character. You can go to your character selection. On the top, there's going to be a tab where you have a list of your main characters or your normal characters, and then there's a trial option. So if you click that, you can make a new character on the trial server. I think you can have a total of 3, and you can just try out new classes there. And it gives you like a base set of gear, and you can just go hit the training W, check out the skills. You have all the skills unlocked and stuff. So first thing I would definitely do is figure out what class you want to play. And once you figure out some classes that interest you, make a season character and immediately start the main story quest line, as Russ said.
And it also depends on the goals you want to achieve. Like if you're not so fixated about like, hey, I want to get like 720 gear score ASAP, then of course you're gonna have to play meta class and do some boring stuff, But if you are someone, you just want to play the game to enjoy the game actually, and you don't care about like to make it 100%, then definitely pick a class that you will enjoy.
Yeah, and longevity is important. Like a class that you enjoy versus a class that's supposedly strong. Because if you quit or if you want to re-roll after all, it's easier to re-roll nowadays. But if you just quit because the game's boring and you're not enjoying the class, then you'll lose out against the guy who's actually having fun.
But most meta classes are fun anyway, because you are powerful. Most meta classes are fun because you are powerful, and when you're powerful, you feel like you're having fun. If you are getting like in a spot like 20k trash compared to someone with an old school class, 15k trash, you feel like, oh, I am powerful, I'm having fun, I'm getting more money. I guess money is a motivation for some people.
Yep. All right, so I'll also add in the notes here.
Yeah. And I mean, if
Explore
they don't have
classes.
any preference, I would suggest, like, for example, right now, Megi and Wusa is pretty decent. Like, I
Yeah.
believe Wusa is pretty good in PvE, like very chill grind, and Megi is pretty much good with overall, I guess. But if you are a
Yep.
returning player, like, you have a main class, like, let's say you play like a ninja, or I don't know, like a Musa or something, even though some of these classes may not be as good as the other classes, because of your like experience, you might actually excel on these classes better than you know you would in a
Right.
meta class.
And that's one thing to keep in mind. Like in this game, this is an action combat game, so a few factors you got to take into account is APM. Like some classes are a lot more intensive than others, where you're smashing the keyboard. Like I used to have an APM tracker, and a guardian would pull like 45 APM, where a striker would be 70 to 80 APM. So I'm working literally twice as hard on the striker. But those are things to keep in mind. Whether you want to get into large scale PvP, you want to be stronger in 1v1, you want to be better at grinding, or all of the above. There are some classes which are all of the above, like they're good at everything, right? So, you know, exploring the class is really important. And once you're in the game, the good way to get introduced to all the mechanics of the game and the story and everything is just to start the main story quest line and get moving there. Once you do the main story quest line, it'll probably take some time as a new player because you're still like trying to figure out the UI, all the mechanics, and all the little nitty gritty things about the game. But in week one, I would try to get the main story quest line done until like Valencia, or if you can go through all of it. You know, it does take a long time, quite a few hours there, but I would
I think
start off
up
with
to Valencia it
Valencia.
should
I'd
be
make sure
pretty
to get
quick.
into the Magnus quest line. What's that?
I think up to Valencia it should be pretty quick. Valencia 1 is gonna take a bit, but I assume they can skip Valencia 2, because you don't really gain much, and you can
Why
come
did I
back
do
to it.
Valencia 2? No. Doing Valencia 2 is important for the Nether weapon. We'll talk about that later, but it's very valuable.
I mean, they can come back to it, but not on the
Yeah, they can come
first
back.
first week. Yeah.
In the beginning, week one goal, I'd say Medea. Finish Medea questline. Is it one or two for Nether? Because I had to redo the whole questline. Hold on.
On week 1, I mean, it took me like 2-3 days to finish
Just
the
Valencia
entire
1?
main story quest
Okay.
line. So
Someone said you only need Valencia 1. Okay.
Valencia 1,
Oh, I
okay,
had to
yeah.
do it from scratch because I did it on a Berserker. It's not account wide, so the main story questline is per character. So if you want a Nether weapon on a different character, you have to do it on a different. You have to do the whole Valencia 1 again. So that's what I
Valencia
had
2
to
is
redo.
like so painful though. Like it takes you a lot of places. Like, yeah, it's just very
No,
annoying.
it's a lot better than it used to be. It went by really quick. They improved it. They streamlined it. I remember doing it like a few years ago. It's better now, but yeah, I'd
Okay.
go until Valencia 1. First time around.
And I think Valencia 1 will probably just like the first day. Like, I think you are taking it a bit too slow. This, like, because it took me like
No,
2-3 days
no.
to
If you're a
finish
new
the
player, you're
entire.
starting from scratch. It takes some time. At least give it like 2-3 days. But yeah, I mean, do you need any gear when you're doing the later quest lines
Not
like
really.
Kama?
Yeah.
No?
I mean, with my character, I
Okay.
said I took it. It took like 2-3 days to finish the entire main story quest line all the way to Eternal Winter.
Okay.
And Magnus, another thing, you probably need someone that can help you or watch some guides on Magnus as well. It's pretty important, and you can do along the way with main story quest line, or you can just finish all the main story quest line. And let's say you finish the main story quest line till like Kama,
Yeah.
and then do the Magnus till Kama.
Right.
And then to be able to do the rest of the Magnus, you still need to progress with the main story quest line.
Did we need much gear for Magnus? Well, it's easy to get gear. I mean, like when you're doing seasonal, you initially get the Naru gear, which it turns into Pride to Vala gear. And with that, I think you can get through all the quest line, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Pantuala is gonna take
Oh.
you like a few days anyway.
Yeah.
Ideally,
I mean, it'll be difficult. I don't know, like Odalita 2, OD2. I think we had to kill some mobs which are pretty decently strong. I'm not sure if Pride to Vala would cut it. What do you think?
no, like if you do the season pass, right? Let's say someone power level you to 60, for example. you get the
Okay.
season pass rewards, and with those rewards, that's definitely gonna be get you to try Twala full gear, like with the because they
Oh,
give
okay.
you stones that 100% upgrade chance. So you instantly you get like try Twala sets, and then maybe the next day you grind, and then yeah, it shouldn't take more than 3 days to get full pen Twala,
Okay. Well,
because you're gonna
let's
get a
recap.
bunch of fail stacks and cron stones as well.
Right. Yeah. Let's recap though. Week 1, starting on seasonal server, find a class you like. You do the main story quest line. Go as far as you can. If you can knock it all out, that'd be best. But do the main story quest line and do the Magnus quest line if you have the patience for it. Magnus quest line is excellent. It unlocks your storage, so you're able to move items from one storage to the other. Back in the old days before Magnus, we'd actually have to physically go from storage to storage and use the transport wagons to send goods between the storages. So definitely do Magnus. That's really important. And by completing it, you unlock your Magnus skill, which is an additional skill for every class, as well as you get a free pen armor of your choice. So extremely valuable quest line. Let's move into week 2 now. Let's assume we've completed all of those. How about we talk about gearing up?
In terms of gearing up, yeah, even if you are a brand new player, you will have full Pantwala on the
Yep.
season. And one good thing about season, you can actually get loot scroll with the season drops. I don't know if you
Yep.
know much about that. So
Yeah.
it's a personal preference. Like I think it costs you about 30 million value of time stones. And if
Mhm.
they have like extra events, sometimes they run extra event. I think this season they run extra events. You collect some crystals or something which you can exchange with loot scrolls as well. So if you are
Right.
a grinder type of person, like you don't want to do anything else, you will definitely need to stock up on loot scroll. And yeah, just going ham on season servers, and stacking up these loot scrolls for future use, that would be ideal, I think.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
So I would say there's two things we need to break down here. First, let's talk about the gear progression. Like, let's assume that we don't have the season pass and we didn't get power level there. Let's talk about how we'd go about gearing up.
I don't think you would need
So,
season pass. I personally didn't purchase one.
yeah,
And
correct,
yeah,
correct.
the rewards are not that extra.
So, how much gear
And
do we have with full Pride Tuvala? Like, how much AP? Let me open up Garmoth on the side.
I think you get like
AP
over
and DP.
300 DP and maybe
No,
250
no, no. With full
something,
Pride Tuvala?
or full pry.
Yeah, I'm just putting it up on Garmoth right now so we can understand. Reason I'm asking is just by doing the main story quest line and upgrading your Naru gear to pen, that gives us full Pride Tuvala straight up, right?
Yeah. But you won't be able to killing any mobs with when you have the Pride Twala. Like just make it Tri Twala, because Tri Twala is pretty much 100% chance to make. So while doing main
You
story
also
quest
100,
line,
right?
you will get to Tri Twala set.
Oh, you'll also get the guaranteed those, what are they called? Magical Blackstones.
Yeah, yeah. It's 100%
What is it
chance
called?
to refine something. I think I forgot about that.
Do you have any in your inventory or something?
Let me have a
Let
look.
me just get the number here for getting
I should
full
have some.
Pride. Okay, I'm just gonna note it down.
Okay, it's called Refined Magical Blackstone. I
Refined
have
Magical
150
Blackstone.
in my storage, and I
Yeah,
didn't kill
yeah.
a single mob.
Mhm.
And yeah, my character also have full try. That's what I say. This season I created a character. Someone power level me to 60, and the stones I got from just the season pass from that was enough to get all the thing to try, and I still have like 150 extra this guarantee stones.
Gotcha. So since we're getting it to like just use Timeful Blackstones for duo and then tap it to try with the Refined magical blackstones. Easy peasy. Let me just see how much AP we get if we're full try. Armors, weapons. Oh, sorry. With pry, I was looking at like accessories with pry as well. Okay, we'll keep the accessory at pry just to get a baseline.
Most
'cause
people
I'm just
can't play
seeing
more
where we
than
can get
15,
them
20
started.
hours in a week. Yeah, I was in the same boat. I didn't play more than 20 hours a week.
20 hours a week. Man, I'm here playing like 7.
7 hours a week?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's me. I play an hour. Then I'm on
I
like
mean,
WoW or RuneScape.
both of us has full-time jobs, right? And then family and
Yeah.
stuff to look after. And yeah, it's a bit
Yep.
challenging.
Yep. All right. So here's the numbers. If you're full Pry Tuvala with Pry accessories, that's 165 AP. If you're full Try Tuvala with Pry accessories, that's 165. Pry accessories is 140. Sorry, Pry Tuvala is 143. Try Tuvala is 165. If you get your accessories to say duo, I think that gets you to a point where you can grind sulfur mines pretty well. And I'll get to why I'm aiming for sulfur. So when you're starting out, doing the main story quest line will get you to Pry Tuvala straight up. And starting out the grind, you can, like, if you're someone who's not doing the main story quest line right away, sure, you can skip it all, but there are season requirements if you're looking for early graduation or something to do that main story quest line. And if it's your first time around, 100% I recommend doing it. So if you were to start grinding without it, like, I would recommend you start out at least, get your full pry Tuvala, and then you can start grinding at like Poly Forest or something early on. Where did you grind in the beginning, Russ? Did you have to go there, or did you already start at like the higher end spot?
So when I started this account, I didn't get boosted by anyone. I just wanted to play by myself. I think I did. I can't remember what I've done. I mainly did main story quest line, and then probably did Poly for a bit, and done the Magnus, and yeah, I was already like 60. I didn't do the Chenga quest line because I didn't really find the reason for it, because XP was pretty fast anyway. And
Yep.
most of my season grind was focusing on infinite potion for HP. So I've done a lot of blood wolves and yeah, mainly blood wolves and centaur as well, because that was an event for alternate spots.
What is the AP requirement for centaurs?
Let me have a look. That's like 140, it says, but I think if you have like 200 AP, you are pretty good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I would recommend, like, you get to level 56 or something during your main story, right?
Yeah, and then you need to do a succession and awakening quest line.
Yep. So once you're like full Pride Tuvala, I think you're at the point where you can, like, comfortably grind Poly or Fetus or Centaurs, and you can get to like doing all what we said. Getting it to the point where you can grind Sulfur Mines is pretty easy. Sulfur Mines with 180 AP is when I started on my last season. Last time I played a seasonal character on like a tamer or something. 180 AP is more than enough. Using a simple cron meal, and just using a beast draft. Those are really easy to get. The game gives you a lot of those, and that was more than enough to comfortably grind Sulfur Mines. And grinding to level 60 is pretty damn easy. Getting to 61 there, it takes a few hours, but level 60 is pretty easy doable. And I always like lean towards doing quests to get that last 60 to 61. Because getting to 60 and 61, we get a free pen Tuvala accessory, right? A ring and an earring.
Yeah, you get a ring and earring, yeah. And also you get one Kapoza, but you can't use it on season.
Right.
We had the
So
cloud accessory before, which we could use in season.
Oh, okay.
And when you finish your main story quest line, you will have a bunch of quest rings and earrings and stuff as well you can use.
Right.
Like when you
Gotcha.
finish Comma questline, you have like 8 AP earring as well.
Yep. Gotcha. Cool.
And those you
Yeah,
can
you also
upgrade till try.
right, the quest accessories. True. Totally forgot about those.
I
But
should
yeah,
have it on
I
my
think
other
week
account.
2, the focus of gearing up is a pretty good one. For someone experienced like us, getting to full Pentavala, geez, we get it in like 6 hours, I know. But newer player, it'll take longer. Take your time. If it takes a week, it's all good, guys. Getting those, tapping it to pen, it could be a bit tedious and annoying, but seasonals, they last for like what, 2-3 months, something like that. It lasts quite some time, right?
Yeah, it depends on the season. Yeah.
Right. So let me just keep the notes down. Leveling up. Leveling to 61.
I
So
told you this
starting
is gonna
out,
take too long.
what's that?
I told you this is gonna take very long time to
Oh
cover
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
I know. It'll take a couple hours. We'll get there, until we can't talk anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, 0 to 56. Main story, questline, or eternal winner.
So I have
Eternal
the
winner is for
full.
like a return.
I have
that?
the full main story accessories. Like for example, necklace gives 19 AP, belt is 12, earring is 11, and ring is 10. So these
Right.
are the stuff you will pick up while doing the main story quest line. So it's gonna bump up your AP until you get like a pen 12 or something. And other than that, what else we have? I think we had a few other things we pick up along the way. I forgot.
Right.
It
So
was in my mind, but yeah.
here's the notes I have for that. 0 to 56 main story, 56 to 60 sulfur mines. That's my preferable place, and place where you get a lot of mats for Tavala gear and enhancing those. 60 to 61 side quests are like, it takes like what, 30 minutes to hit 60 to 61 doing side quests. And my old guide, the 59 to 61 guide, it's still valid. I did that route a while back, so nothing's changed in that regards. So easy, level 61, pretty easy getting to full Pentavala. So
The
I think
problem
that's
with
going to be the
side quest,
main goals for week 2, right?
you will need to do the Chenga quest line, which is gonna take the book itself is gonna
No,
take
no,
you an
no.
hour.
60 to 61, if you're only doing one level, Chenga quest line is not worth it because the time it takes to do the Chenga quest line.
Yeah, it takes like 1 hour. I was gonna say like the quest like
If you're
altogether is not
back,
even needed. Like they can just grind to that.
you can grind 60 to 61, definitely. I'm just saying, like, in the quickest route, because like
Yeah.
getting 60 61 with quests is like a half hour, 45 minutes tops if you're slow.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, the route and everything is still the same from years ago when I made that guide. That's what I've always done, because getting that free pen Tuvala earring or ring, whatever they give you, has always been like the main thing. So you could grind it out, but just knocking out that one level is pretty helpful.
Another note, alternative to sulfur, probably like infinite potion areas like Blood Wolf would be ideal as well. Like if you don't care about level initially, like from
Yo,
like level
Russ, just
6.
give me 1 second, okay?
Yeah, sure, no worries.
You can keep going. I'm gonna be right back. 1 sec.
All good. All right, sorry guys, I'm missing the chat here. We'll answer the chat after the podcast anyway. We'll go back to chat when we at the end of the podcast and ask, get some questions. You do hunting, cooking? Yeah, I do hunting and cooking, and also gathering and also grinding, also a bunch of other things.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
It's all right. Welcome back.
Yep.
Yeah, what I was saying. Oh yeah, alternative to that. Like let's say you reach the 60 at silver, right?
Yeah.
And then your aim is to grind infinite potion in season. Then it doesn't really matter whether you are 60 or 61. Like you're not gonna gain much from extra one level. You can literally grind 60 to 61 entire season on infinite potion spots.
Right.
And like once
We'll
we get
put
the the things we need to
yeah.
do, like infinite potions, pretty much like one of the things. Yeah, they should focus.
What are the best grind spots when you're going for the infinite potion and just Tavala mats and stuff? Blood Wolves,
Uh,
Ronaros,
Blood Wolf is
Mancha?
not too bad. Runneros, I would I'll prefer Crescent over Runneros when there's an alternative spot event.
Okay, how about this? Let's go in. Let's do order of infinite potion grind spots.
And also depends on the
Preference
class.
wise.
Like as my class, I prefer HP pots
Oh,
over
true.
MP pot because
I think
as a
everyone should do
Musa,
that.
yeah, because as a beginner player, like you mostly use like Spirit Perfume other than any other
Yeah.
perfume, and Spirit Perfume is recovers your mana anyway when you're grinding, so you don't
Right.
really need mana pot.
Exactly.
So
So, here's the recommended order. Okay, so we'll start with Blood Wolves.
Blood Wolves, yeah, and also weekly quests. Like weekly quests should be done in the most annoying spots, so you get extra 5, like which is like runner
Yep.
in my
Agreed.
opinion.
Okay, assume that the alternate spot events aren't active because those
Yeah,
are a lot more rare than uh,
drop events.
others. But yeah, so let's for the recommendation for HP pots, I would recommend Blood Wolves, Ronaros, then Sherikan. What do you think?
Blood Wolves, yep. Sherikan, they might need a bit more AP.
Yeah, that's why I recommended that one at the last.
Yeah, Runneros depends on the class. Like if they really get
Yeah,
annoyed about
true.
Runneros, they can move to Sherikan. Sherikan spot is actually not too bad. And nighttime,
Sherikan's pretty easy.
yeah, they can even come back to Sherikan at nighttime and go back to
Yeah.
Runneros. And
So at
but
nighttime,
once,
guys, the Sherikan it changes. So like instead of grinding mobs, you're summoning them at the tombstones, and they summon an elite, and they have a higher percentage chance than the regular mobs to drop pot piece or the pity pieces. So that's why a lot of people go to Sherikan, and also they use Agris at night, very Agris efficient. So that's why a lot of people go and grind Sherikan at night.
and money wise is good as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All of that.
Why is
Anyway,
Runneros more annoying? In my opinion, it's because the mobs are too big.
Yep.
And takes too much space on your screen. And if you are a class that doesn't have very huge AOE, then it's very annoying
Yeah.
to grind there.
So yeah. Anyway, we're not saying get the infinite potion on week 2, but it's a grind that you would start. So anyway, week 2 recap: full pen Tavala gear, level 61, and if you're starting out your grind, you can start out doing the infinite potion grind. That's going to be something you'll be aiming throughout the whole season by the end of it. All right, let's move on to week 3, shall we?
Sounds
So
good.
Russ, now we have main story quests.
Why do you say it's week 3? Like, I think this type of stuff can be done. I don't know. Like, I think it can be done a bit sooner than. I mean, like, like week 3, but there are certain things they need to do still on the first day and first week. So in parallel to these
if you're
things,
playing like 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, it's one thing. You'll get through it quicker. It's just a time thing.
yeah, I mean, yeah, grinding wise, yeah.
debate.
So we're focusing on grinding right now, right? Because there are things they need to do in parallel while doing these things.
Yeah, let's name it out. I mean, we can distribute it between the weeks, whichever. I mean, like you can start out the beginning stuff right off the bat, even for like life skills and stuff on the side.
Yeah, I think main topic, make it like week 1, week 2, week 3 or something like that. Or just like, instead of saying week, maybe say like, step 1, step 2, step 3. And then we can include all the things you can do on the step 1. If they're like a hardcore player, have like 40 hours a week, they can maybe, get it done in like 2 weeks. And maybe it might take that step 1, might take someone, maybe a month.
Yeah, we already started this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
changing it midway will confuse them.
They get the idea. Week 1, week 2, week 3.
Yeah.
They got the idea. Yeah,
exactly. All right. Well, what's next though?
All right. Grind wise, yeah, we said you reach full Pantuala and you do infinite potion, and beside that, adventure logs is important. So that's what one of the things I was gonna say. You need to do parallel to this. As soon as you log into game, I would recommend looking up any guide about adventure logs and write down all the mats you need for the adventure logs. And when you start making money, start pre-ordering this stuff. Whether it's like a certain furniture, certain processing items, like anything.
Which logs?
Says. Sorry.
Which ones would they start with? Bartali and Deves? Didn't they change up the structure of the logs? Which ones are they supposed to start with now?
So start with like pretty much the Bartali is the number one you start with, but in terms of like pre-ordering mats, like the Div is like one of the most annoying one.
Are they still separate logs or did they consolidate them?
They put them under like same thing, but they are still separate. You have to do certain one to unlock certain ones, and certain ones say like, oh, you need to finish like Bartali book 6 or something to start the other one. In my opinion, it.
I'm looking at it as.
So honestly, I wouldn't worry about the names. What I would worry about opening the entire adventure logs guide, and from top to bottom. Yeah. Okay. From top to bottom, I will pre-order every single thing. It doesn't matter which book it belongs to. Just pre-order them all, and use your marketplace storage as like adventure log storage initially, because you can store a lot of stuff there. And instead of doing like starting from one order to another, like you don't need to do that. Like if you have the mats for one book, just complete that. Like you don't need to say like, oh, I have to finish Bartali before moving on to Div. No, like if you are in Altanova and you have some items to give Div while doing Bartali, just do that. Like you don't need to like put them in an order. But certain books will require other books to be done first. And one of the notes I should say for the adventure logs is like some of the books require you to kill like world bosses. And one of the books required 3 items from Newer, for example. So you need to kill Newer 3 times to get those 3 items. And yeah, as soon as you start the game, check the boss times for Newer specifically to kill the Newer 3 times. And other than that, one book will require you to kill Kutum, and the other book is going to require you to kill like the Quint.
Yep.
And so Quint, I think they are like twice a week. So you need to make sure, you kill. And you need to make sure you got that log up to that point before that boss spawns.
Right. And there's one thing I would add into when you're saying world boss, I just remembered. Making an alt for Garmoth and Vels.
And Karanda.
The chance of getting their hearts, very low, but 100% worth doing.
Yeah, I made that note as well. Yeah, boss alts definitely needed. Yeah.
I'll toss it into week 2, I guess, for now. Boss alts. Definitely primary ones.
You're going to get one alt eventually from Timepiece, but depends how many character slots you can afford.
Yeah.
If they're on discount.
Garmoth and Vel. But then, in addition, you'd want that Nuver and Kudum so you can save time, right?
Yeah, for Nuver, you need 3 Nuver kills for a book.
Yeah.
And I'll just kill those, and because it requires items from it. And Kutum is 1 item from Kutum as well, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can take your main there. You don't need to have alts for that.
If you don't want just to save time running back and forth, especially Nuver. It's out in the desert, so I'd put an alt there just so I don't have to run out there.
And they can do Karanda as well.
Mine, getting down there, it's annoying. What's that?
They can do Karanda as well. The bird.
Karanda. Yeah, Stormbringer Karanda. Yeah.
And yeah, alts are good for energy as well when we come to energy talk.
All right, so week 3, and just under this section, we're talking about logs, starting that out. There's also one that's time gated. What is that? Zarka? What is that one called? What's that log called?
Jatina.
No, the Zarka one. You know, the 5-week one where it's time gated?
Oh yeah,
You can do
time
one a
gated.
week?
They
Or
can't
is that one,
start doing that until they actually full Pentwalla.
yeah.
It's
Well,
slightly
by week 3,
difficult.
we'd assume they are, right?
Yeah, they need to kill like LVR mobs, get a trash from every single LVR rotation. You can probably ask someone to help you out for the trash
Barrier of
list and stuff.
infestation, yeah.
Yeah, at least
Where's
get the
that one under?
first one started.
What
It's
is
not
that
from
under?
the
The
book.
barrier?
It's not from the book. It's from the LVR NPC.
Oh, it's just a quest line. It's not a
Yeah,
log.
press
Right,
O
okay.
and it should be there.
Okay, gotcha. And let's get back to this. After full pen Tivala, barrier of infestation. And it's 5 weeks, right?
Yeah, 5 weeks. Yeah.
Yep. And do complete the main story quest line for Odalita 2 for that OD2 and comma 2 for 1 AP, 1 DP, right?
Yeah. In total, you should have 8 AP once you've done everything.
Right.
I'm still missing 1 DP from Fugger.
Me too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very annoying. Yeah.
Same. That's the same one. Yeah. I need to do
I mean,
that.
AP is so important. DP is like you're like, you know, if I go this high end spot, I'm gonna get one shot anyway. So the 1 AP is not gonna make me god.
1 DP. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1 DP. Yeah.
True. All right. So that's some important things. Like anyone who's, because like in BDO, it's not just about having gears. You're progressing your overall account. You're getting stronger by doing the logs, doing those quests, and also you're getting, you're getting more out of the game by improving your family fame and your ecology. So I think early on, focusing on that is going to be a big thing. Like working on getting your ecology up to at least 6,000, or if you can get it to 10,000, if you have the patience, definitely. Did you get 10k ecology on NA?
No, I got 7,500, but
Okay.
yeah, 7,000 is ideal. I was gonna recommend that. 7,000 ecology. People might think like, oh, ecology is gonna be so difficult. No, actually, 7,000 took me about 10 hours, so it's not that difficult.
How much drop rate is 7,000?
23%.
Okay. Is this 23? I think it's
Yeah.
going splitting up for a 7.5 then. Okay.
So I would
Anyway.
probably start doing the ecology somewhere around the time you start doing infinite potion, because you want to have that ecology, and spending 10 hours on it is not a difficult task.
Yeah. And you'll have that drop rate permanently. And also I put in the notes, working on the family fame grind to 7k. Just getting alts to level 60, 60, 61 or something. That'll get you a lot of points, and that's probably the fastest way to do it. You know, whenever seasonals come out, using a timepiece, you can easily,
Yeah.
get that up. But it does take all character slots if you want to do it that way. But it's not something you need to rush. You get 10% drop rate. You also get the 1.5%. Is it 1.5 or is it 1%? You get the marketplace discount.
1.5 for 7k and 10% drop rate.
Yep,
Yeah.
1.5.
The only
Okay,
reason I
gotcha.
haven't done it is because I'm cheap. I'm waiting for
Yeah.
discounts for character slots.
Yeah, like family fame is important. Like it's passive income. Getting like combat fame, life skill fame. Like if you see on my screen here, guys, getting to max tier for the combat fame, it's a 12.6 mil. Family for the family fame, it's 2.7 mil. My special fame is really low, but for that 600k a day, I really don't care. But overall, I'm getting like what 17 something mil a day. And if you look at my Black Spirit storage, look, I have half a bill right here sitting there because I'm too lazy to collect it. So it adds up over time, and especially the family fame one, the overall, that reward is really nice. A 10% drop rate flat, that's great. And also that 1.5% central market one. And I totally forgot. Two-factor authentication also gives you a buff. that is 5% item drop rate. So activating that, not a bad idea. Let me get the note down for that. I'll put in the very beginning, the first week, 2FA for 5% drop rate bonus. Total fame is all your tunes combined. Yes.
If they are not min-maxing, I would recommend probably going for titles as well. Like if they are playing for fun. I mean, I personally, I'm personally like
That's
two
for
titles
stamina,
away
right?
from 2 titles away from 600 titles, and once I have 2 more, I'll be 600 titles, which is gonna give me 100 stamina, and stamina is pretty good for my class.
Oh yeah. Especially for a stamina intensive class, getting that bonus stamina there, pretty good. Well, is that additive, or is that showing the total bonus?
It's total.
I think that's total bonus.
Yeah. So
getting to 2,000 will give you 200 more stamina, huh?
300 title is gonna give you plus 50 stamina, and then 600 title will give you 100, and then 800 is the next one, which is gonna give you 150 total.
And yes, chat, this is gonna be on YouTube. Don't worry. Got it. So, what would you recommend? What's an easy one to get to? 600, you said?
Yeah, I think 600. I mean, I'm a beginner character, right? I'm a fresh account, and I aim to get 600, and I'm 2 titles away from it. So, yeah, I think 600 is doable in the first month, or if not in the second month. In the first 2 months, I would say.
Right, and you collect these passively while grinding anyway, right? Oh, while doing ecology.
Yeah, while doing ecology, while talking to NPCs and all sort of stuff.
Right.
And AFK fishing as well
everyone.
gives you quite a bit of title as well.
Right. And guys, if you go to the old menu, if you have the new menu, you can just hit this grid icon for old menu on the top right. It'll open this up. You go to item drop rate. I like using the old menu. I'm just old school.
Yeah,
like
same.
But if you scroll down here, you'll see all the titles that you can acquire at each grind spot. And this is a good way to keep track. And, let's say you're in the early areas like Serendia, right? Let's turn off non-LVS spots. I don't know how to turn that off. Anyway, as you can see here, you can see all the titles you can acquire. I still have a lot of titles to go get, so you can keep track this way. All right. Jangles, dude. I have very few titles myself. Dude. I hear ya. All right, I think those are like really solid account-wide goals to have. And it's something that you don't have to like rush through, like, like go gung-ho like Russ over here, but over time you want to get these completed. And as a seasonal character, it is definitely a way to get stronger on your seasonal account. If you want to stay in seasons longer until the full duration, you can still progress your account even after you hit max gear by working on these account progressions. And these affect all your characters. So like even in your trial characters get benefits from this. So definitely you should do.
And fishing. AFK fishing account as well. Like in season, we have like season fishing event.
Event.
Yeah, probably create a character for fishing as well. I mean, if you are season, you probably
let's talk about alts then. Let's talk about life skill alts. Life skill alt recommendations. So definitely a fisher. I'd have an AFK fishing account or a fishing character specifically that I can immediately switch over and immediately start AFK fishing.
That's right.
Fishing alt, farming alt, a separate character for
farming. Alt, yeah.
You could combine the fishing and farming alt since, a lot of times you just need a AFK
nearby,
ability, but on the times that they do have like the tournament event where we need to keep our fishing alt further away, I prefer to keep these separate.
Yeah. And also, main reason I would prefer to keep it separate is, let's say you have a book of life, right? You can transfer that book of life between characters, and if you are using it on your farming, that 24 hours is going to take you like maybe like 6 months to finish or something like that. Compared to
True.
fishing, if you are AFK fishing, that buff is going to go on.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, fishing and farming alts. If you do bartering, I'd recommend that on a separate one. So bartering, sailing on a separate alt. What else would you split up, Russ? I'd put main life skills on one character, and then
Yeah.
like I'd club in like one character which does gathering and hunting, also does cooking and alchemy, because you can switch between the two and recover energy.
Yeah.
And you could put your fishing on that too, but at the same time, the issue is when you have a main life skilling account, I like to run good buffs and stuff, and I don't want to waste them AFKing.
Yeah.
So,
in my opinion, like the energy recovery, like is not that problematic. Like even if you have separate characters, people might think like, oh, I'm gonna min max. I'm gonna have one class, same for cooking and gathering or processing. I can energy recover while processing or cooking. But most of the time, they don't really min max. And even if they are separate characters, you will find time to energy recover.
I'd like to disagree there, because like you and me, we can chug energy potions because we keep an eye out for them on the cash shop and get them cheap, and we're always collecting them from our alts. But the times when like you're just only doing hunting, only doing gathering, you do burn out of energy like within an hour and a half, and then you have to AFK that character. If you have life skill buffs like a life skill book, you said, just AFKing on it and not doing anything else is a waste. So either you go out and grind, or you're doing cooking and alchemy, and those are two things that go like hand in hand. Gathering, hunting, for collecting the material, and then utilizing cooking to convert it.
I mean,
so I would keep those on the same.
I can definitely recommend certain classes for certain things. For example, we know Striker. Striker is pretty much the best class for hunting, right? So,
Striker and Mystic.
Striker and Mystic,
and Shy and Moose are good too, but yeah.
Yeah, but Shy is a short class, right? And you can make the tallest Striker. You can probably talk about why tall is important, but
the height doesn't matter between class to class. It's what's important is that you max it out for your class in the character creator. So like you just have to make sure your class is as tall as possible.
Okay.
So it's not a comparison between Shy and a Berserker, as long as the Shy maxed out all the sliders in terms of height.
Okay.
So it's a percentage-based thing.
We can safely say Striker and Mystic is the best class for hunting. So that's what I have as well. And in terms of gathering, I would definitely recommend Musa. Mobility-wise, it's great. And also, Musa Awakening is like very, very big AoE. Pull the mobs together every 9 seconds. So I think it's like one of the best class, if not the best class.
Right. As a
gathering.
Mystic, I've never had any issue with gathering too, because she also has AoE pull. Her shift Q is on a pretty decently low cooldown. And when I'm doing like, for example, Scorpion and Snake, that's the most common thing I grind. Her vertical mobility is really good. Like her Twisted Collision into like Sea Burial, you're jumping up onto rocks and stuff and traveling, like going downhill. You don't lose momentum if you do like WF and do the scissor kick down. So using those are also good.
Yeah.
Chat. So basically, for the reason why we're talking about height is maxing out the sliders for height on your hunting character is because the way the game interacts with slopes while shooting a musket is based on your character height. So maxing out their sliders does have an effect on how often you miss when you're hunting on a slope. But yeah, what else do we want to recommend? Anything else? Like for bartering, I recommend Lawn or Corsair.
I'm using my
recommendation of
gathering character for cooking and processing as well, because I bought my gathering character. I'm using for cooking and processing as well, because I bought.
Right.
I mean, this class is also my grinding class, right? So I bought full weight on it. Therefore, I'm using for cooking and processing as well. But if you really, really want to min max in the future, you can definitely create a separate Shy class for extra weight, and then transfer your cooking and processing to this class, and you can just cook and process for longer AFK times. But otherwise, if you're already maxed out with pearl weight and then added like crystals for weight as well, any class will be fine.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Let's see. Another goal I'd want to add for this week is if you do make a farming alt, is to start farming. That's good money. Each like for example, I do magical hot peppers because I'm lazy. I don't know what you're farming right now, Russ, but
I'm
it
currently
takes
leveling with hot pepper as well. Yeah, trying to get
you're
master
leveling
one.
up right now. Okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
getting artisan farming takes like 2 days. It's really quick if you're a tenant, or depends on how much you're around the computer. But being able to get those magical seeds in, it's really quick. One magical hot pepper takes up 10 grid slots. So each plot, each fence, each large fence holds one magical hot pepper, and it's like 1 minute per farm run. Gives me a good amount of cash. Like every farm run is like 30 to 40 mil. I do like 4 or 5 a day. Multiply that. That's free money. It's really quick money. So I'd definitely say start farming power level to artisan 1, and then do as many
Once
farm
they
runs
get
as
to
you can per day.
master, they can pretty much use the alt moon fences and then assign workers instead of cleaning themselves.
Yep. Assign workers. We need to touch base on that. Honestly, I'd say let's let's do that in a different video. Talking about workers is going to take a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
time
why
too.
I want to say like we need to separate some of this in a different
Mhm.
podcast. Yeah, we'll talk about farming or
We
some
can
of the life
progress.
skill in
Yeah,
it.
we can do a work
Yeah.
progression one. Yeah. All right. Now let's say we're on technically week 4, but I think the focus now is we've gotten the base foundation set. We started working, we got our gear, we leveled up, we did a main story quest line, we started working on the account progression through the logs, those additional quests, ecology, family fame. Now we started putting together life skill alts and stuff. And you and I are life skillers, but not everyone likes to do that. You can go the grinding route. You don't have to do life skills. That's the thing about this game. You can play the game how you want to play it. You do what's fun for you, what you enjoy. But let's focus now on, I technically call it week 4, but I think the goals now is going to be the remainder of season. What are you focusing on during seasonal while there's still time left? So let's say if you're on week 4, you still have like 2 months of seasonal left. What's your main focus, Russ?
Probably mostly if they are in season and if they are not really into life skill, I'll probably grind for infinite potion for the remaining of the season and get as much loot scroll as possible with the time pieces, because that's only available in season server. Once you're out of season, you cannot get free loot scrolls.
Oh, by the way, Russ, one more thing. How many loot scrolls can you get per hour with infinite potion stuff? Or sorry, not the infinite potion, with the time-filled blackstone.
I'm not 100% sure. I have never done it before.
Okay. By the way, you can't drink water right now and you're losing your voice. Can you keep going?
No. Yeah, I can keep going. No, I can't drink water. I'm fasting.
Yeah, exactly. So like, do you want to resume another time or do you want to keep going?
No, we can keep going. I
Okay.
just had a
Just
like
making sure.
heartburn flame, so it's good. Just had to clear my throat. Yeah.
All right, infinite potions. Get as many of the pieces as you can.
Another thing, like
Grind.
energy grind, right? When you're doing main story quest line, you gotta make sure that you speak every single NPC and explore every single town. Same while doing the adventure logs as well. So like explore the ocean as well. Like trying to explore
let's talk
everywhere.
about
So
that.
you get
Energy
you get
grind.
the you get the energy and ecology as well. Like 7K ecology is also gonna give you a decent amount of energy as well.
Let's add the energy grind under where we added ecology grind. So energy grind recommendation, I'd say topology. Obviously, while doing the ecology grind, we'll get the energy for ecology there, right? So let's see. Topology and character are probably the easiest ones, I'd say.
Yep, and ecology as well. Yeah.
Topology, yeah. For energy, I mean, we'll get the ecology one done while we're getting the
Yeah.
ecology points, so that's fine. Topology, character.
I mean, I have 500 energy. I don't even know how I got that. Like, I didn't even actively grind energy.
Yeah, you got more energy than me.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
at 474. I do not care for energy because the thing is, I always
Okay.
had energy pots, so it never really made a
Yeah.
difference for me.
I think 400 is a sweet spot, and after 400,
Mhm.
and it's pretty easy to get 400. After 400,
Yeah.
you can take your time, and the next day you look and it's already 500.
Yeah, 400 it gets you two large energy pots per night if you're AFKing, so that's
Yeah.
definitely nice to have.
We'll still talk about energy usage, like worker empire or node investment and stuff. I don't know if you want to talk about those in this.
We'll skip
podcast,
the
but
worker empire this time around,
yeah,
just because that's going to be a lot. I mean, utilizing energy,
yeah.
leveling up
But
nodes and shit.
ideally,
just
when they
collecting energy
create,
pots.
ideally when they create alts, it's gonna accumulate energy, and
Mhm.
yeah, as a alternative things to do,
Okay.
like as a parallel things to do while doing main story and stuff, probably getting like lodging for especially for Portaferia and Olvia, so they can start collecting fishes because fish is
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the bottleneck items for cooking. So
Let
that's
me add
probably
that under
start
the
from
main
the
story
week one. Yeah.
questline. Important thing is it increases your contribution points and allows you to unlock nodes and housing, etc.
Yeah, we can have an in-depth guide for node investment,
That's
worker empire and stuff.
do that another time.
And then
yeah,
artifacts and crystal setups
these
as
are a lot
well.
of
That's
notes.
another thing, right? For like certain activities.
Yep. So energy consumption on alts. I'd say workers, leveling nodes, and collect or liquidate energy pots. Anything else?
I wouldn't recommend getting energy pots as a beginner or returning player.
Okay.
If they don't have the workers, if they don't have the node investment for grinding spots, let's say you want to grind like at orcs,
Yeah.
while you are in season, don't invest in any nodes that you're gonna grind in season. It's pointless. Just
Yeah.
grind,
You
invest
want it in
into
the end game spot.
yeah,
or,
like LVS spots
somewhere
is
you're going to be progressing your gear towards after seasonal. Like Orcs is a place you stay for a long time. I have mine in Gyfenrazia working on Hex, Olans. Those are going to be important spots for me because I was already past the
yeah.
Orc stage when they did the rework. But oh yeah, Sikraya is a good one. Orcs, Sikraya. Those are places that you stay from mid to like late game.
I think Thornwood
early late
probably ideal as well with Twala gear or after Twala.
Yeah, Thornwood. And you can also do like a place that you're gonna go grind. Like Jade Forest is one. It's a great Agris burning spot, which is also good. I think we should put a note for Agris unlocking, doing the Agris journal. What is that called? I forgot, chat.
Agris efficient spots
yeah.
as well. Another podcast.
Yeah, Margahan. Yeah, but yeah, getting leveling up Jade Forest for like not even it going all the way, but getting it to like 15 is pretty quick, 15, 16, and that's like a place you'll be going back time and time again. It's still really good money, even at the end game with Agris. I'll put that in the journal section of Margahan or Agris. Yeah. All right. So for the remainder of the season, what we're focusing on are infinite pots, collecting loot scrolls, energy, and consuming that energy. We put some notes there. In addition to that, initial levels for life skilling, like gathering.
So when they are AFK or when they have like full energy in their main life skill account, probably their grinding character. Like, I mean, if they are not playing Musa, then probably the life steal character will be a separate
Honestly,
class.
if you're life skilling, you could go ahead and make your life skilling character as your first seasonal character, right? Like
Yeah,
like you could
yeah.
then timepiece your main grinding character or vice versa. Like initially, you start off with your main grinding character, play seasonals. Once you have full Pentavala or something, then or vice
So
versa, you can switch between it.
the issue
Because
is
by the end of yeah,
weight. You want to buy the weight
right.
for your main account, right? Ideally, when you grind, and
Hmm.
but then because you bought the weight on your main account, you then have to do processing and cooking on this account because you're not gonna afford another account with full weight, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then while you are doing processing and cooking, you're like, oh, should I, use this class for gathering as well? Maybe
Yeah.
gathering you can get away with. Like if you create a Musa, doesn't have weight, gathering doesn't really require too much weight as long as you have mate. But the cooking and I would say cooking and processing, you can use your grinding character in the meantime.
Hmm.
I
Good
mean,
point.
I'm lucky because I'm playing Musa for grinding as well. And
Yeah.
so I can just grind while I don't have energy. And then when I have energy, I can go gather. And then, if I'm AFK, I can just do quick or process and then energy recovers again and I can go gather as well.
Yeah.
So, and I only have to buy weight for one class. So, but not everyone, I don't expect everyone to grind on Musa. Especially like
All right.
when Maggie is there, right? Why would you grind
Yeah.
in Musa?
Exactly. Well, let's talk about this. Now that we do have full Pentavala and we're working on all these passive things like, finishing the logs and all that stuff. Let's talk about. There's two things I want to touch base on for the remainder of season. There's going to be grinding for cash and then leveling up life skills. So you can start out like getting your gathering up and easy things because there's a gathering buff in seasonals and you get double drop. So I think let's start out with the grinding for cash. If you're on seasonal, where's the best place to grind for cash? I'd say obviously Centaurs comes to
If
mind.
you are in love with that spot, yeah, Centaur is good. Kratuga, they say another aggress efficient one.
Yeah, I see
And
chat saying that.
if there's an alternate event, Crescent is not too bad. You can probably make around 300, 400, maybe almost up to 500 at Crescent. Otherwise,
Valencia
Blood Wolf,
spots like sulfur mines and pelicanes aren't bad.
Blood
you're
Wolves
going
are
for,
not
like,
that much money
math.
though.
Hmm?
Blood Wolves are
But
not that
Agris, it
much
is
money,
good.
but Sherikan is not too bad. You can make like 400
Oh no,
million.
no! I meant sulfur mines or pelicu.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
Those are
then
decent
Sulfur
cash.
Mine, you won't be grinding there if you are going for Infinite Potion. So let's talk about Infinite Potion.
I mean, grinding for cash in general, though.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
You can probably
I think
start
those
doing
would be my top
Elvia,
picks. Can you do Thornwood? You said Thornwood, right?
Tomwood. You should be able to.
All right.
Depends on the class. I think they should be able
Oh,
to.
right. Mirrormox. They recently buffed the cash there. Mirrormox is definitely durable. I did that on my DK.
Yeah, Bragdiden, they should be able to do Bragdiden as well. I don't know if they can do with
What's that?
the Elvia spot, Bragdiden
Oh,
to
Bragdiden.
get the
Okay,
cups.
yeah.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
gotta start their cups at some point, maybe right after graduation. Yeah, because they need a good main hand or awakening weapon to be able to grind Elvia efficiently. So I don't really
Nether.
recommend Elvia during season.
I did Bragdiden. It was doable. I killed him pretty easily. And if you have a Nether weapon, you can do it much better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was grinding
Yeah.
a Bragdy, but that's probably the only spot you will be able to grind with like 310 DP. Because if you go to like a Nagas, you want to be around like 330 to feel comfortable.
Yeah. Anyway, these are good recommendations.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me a second.
And
I'm gonna just step AFK and I'll be right back.
Did you put the?
Hey, Russ.
Yep. Welcome
How's it
back.
going?
Pretty good. Yeah, I went away as well.
Yeah, I got some food on the side.
Oh,
Sorry
okay.
to remind you.
It's all good. I'll take the. You just asked the question. I'll answer it.
All right. Where were we at? I think now that we got through the first month and we got a lot of information here, we can go month by month now. And then we can
Sounds
like
good.
maybe
Yeah.
lean towards like gear progression, life skill gear progression, life skill level progression.
So in terms of things you can do while grinding, while even in season, is you can level up certain life skills, and
Yep.
one of them is like cooking. And if you don't know anything, you can just go buy like some fruits from the NPC and get some potato or something from the center market and start cooking vinegar. Like I'm Guru 21 and 95% of the time I just cook vinegar because I don't have any other meds. And yeah, that's gonna give you byproducts and you can use the byproducts for extra CP as well. So if you don't have any other mats, yeah, just spam vinegar or essence liquor all the way, wherever it goes, I guess. And yeah, I mean, if you have other mats, you are gathering some other mats and you get from the nodes or you buy from the marketplace, you want to speed up this leveling a bit faster, then yeah, definitely just cook whatever you have in your storage. But if you don't have
Whatever
anything,
you're
vinegar is good.
collecting, accumulating like beer, bird meat, and, easy to cook things. I'd say pickled veggies are pretty easy to do, and you'll get to professional cooking like very quickly within hours. And
Yep.
those pickled
So
veggies will be, professional
you
boxes
need
every day.
you need
Or,
vinegar
sorry,
to cook
skilled
pickled
boxes.
vegetables. Yeah,
Mm,
that's why I recommend vinegar. And then from vinegar, if you have spare money, because you gotta buy paprika from NPC as well. These things are gonna cost you
yeah,
money. Like
sure.
500,000 fruit is gonna cost you around 350 million. But that fruit is
Okay.
gonna last you for a month, maybe more than a month to cook. And and
Yeah.
then paprika might be a bit more expensive, but you will get that money back from Imperial Trading. Once you're a professional one, you can do pickled vegetables, professional boxes,
Yep.
and yeah, just deliver pickled vegetables. Even I just deliver pickled vegetables if I don't have, all the way to Guru. From Guru, I do bolognese, but if I run out of bolognese, I still deliver like pickled vegetables. The profit's not that different, I think.
Yeah, like pickled veggies. I think I was getting like it depends on how much CP you have, but even with like a medium amount of CP, getting like 30, 40 mil a day from
Yeah.
pickled veggies isn't bad. But more importantly, you're collecting the seals, the Imperial cooking seals, which in the future you can use for supreme cooking utensils. So
Yeah.
it's definitely important to start right off the bat, even though the money's not that great. It does help you in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. Every time you are AFK, if there's no fishing event, just cook something. And when
Yeah.
you do, yeah, the reason I said you start Imperial Delivery ASAP is because it's not really because of the money you get from it, it's because of the seals you get from it. And those
Yep.
seals, if you have like 500 seals, you can convert to Supreme Utensil, which is like 5,000 durability. And if you are cooking like
Right.
vinegar or something, you can AFK like almost 2 hours, right? An hour or 2 hours. So use those utensil only when you are, AFK a long time. Otherwise, just use the advanced cooking utensils. And you will probably have difficult time to finding utensil on the market with the current prices. So you will need to make your own utensil. So I recommend on your first day of gathering, if you are like already like did like a day in Behir for speed of gathering, then you can go to Pilgrim. I mean, I guess you can straight go to Pilgrim. Yeah. First day of your gathering, I'll probably go to Pilgrim right off the bat and just go to Pilgrim as first day of gathering and start collecting rough stone for a few hours. And then once you are done with rough stone, go to maybe like Ash Forest or somewhere, start chopping some logs. You can do them like on
First thing I would
separate days as
do
well.
is
Yeah,
I
just
would
do
get
them on separate days. Yeah.
I'll,
First day,
I'll
do
get
like
the late
Pilgrim.
school.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
get
get the
the
Lates
rented
tool for the
tools. Yeah.
extra gathering XP, and it's a pretty solid tool. It's like what, a Tet Logia equivalent, right?
Try Logia.
Tet, I think.
So sorry, try Monos. No, is it try Monos? 200. Is try Monos 200? I think so. Yeah.
Yo, Cam, thanks for the follow, man, or thanks for the Twitch Prime, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm pretty sure
So
it's Tet Logia equivalent in terms of mastery. Anyway, more
I,
importantly, you
I'm
get the
I'm still
XP,
using it.
10%
Like
gap.
I have it on me.
Yeah.
It's 200 mastery. So yeah, I would recommend people to go to Pilgrim Heaven for the first day, and it gives great XP as well. And the second day, do like a wood chopping, and then combine those, make your own utensil,
Yep.
and yeah, get a workshop going. One workshop should be enough, and yeah, start
Yeah,
cooking
for sure.
vinegar for your byproducts
For
and
trees,
stuff.
I'd probably go around Ash Forest. That's usually my favorite place. But you can also do like around north of Brent or something, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And another thing is hunting. You might start hunting a bit late because hunting outfit, you will definitely need a hunting outfit, right?
Yeah, I'd
And
say make your own trier.
yeah, you gotta make your own. You can get the mats from gathering, so you may not even do hunting on the first month at all. Like maybe on the second month, you can put hunting on the second month.
Yeah, you can if you want, but
Yeah.
yeah I hear you for sure.
Because you can
I'd
do
say
first month
starting
like
off,
gathering
yeah.
and cooking and get your mats for hunting and then create your hunting outfit and then upgrade it with the mats you get from rewards or gathering like hards and shops and then get it
Yeah.
to maybe up to try. If you have try, I think it's pretty good. I mean, in the meantime, if you can snipe off the marker like Pry, Duo, Try, even Ted, yeah, go for it. But it's gonna be difficult. I bought Pry. I had a pre-order for Pry, Duo, Try, and I got Pry off the market and then upgraded to Try.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, leveling wise, hunting is straightforward. Rhinos. Rhinos, that's it.
If you want advanced guide, Pansy already covered this like an hour video on hunting, so just go watch that one.
Oh man, that video. I had to split it into 3 parts. But yeah, and then you can also do the quest line if you wanted for the slide shot. Artisan one, right? Is there artisan one?
Artisan 10 you need to have to be able to use the master matchlock. Oh, I forgot things to pre-order. The first thing I pre-ordered on this server as soon as I came with the first money was the plus 10 master matchlock. And I got it on the second day. I was so lucky. So just pre-order that because...
Are they?
What is that?
Yeah, those aren't difficult to get though, right? Like,
Probably not. I mean, I got lucky on the second day. I don't know how many pre-orders on there.
So like enhancing these aren't difficult because you can force enhance it and just repair with.
Just put a pre-order plus 10 while waiting. Yeah.
But yeah, I think you need all of them though. If you're starting out, you'll need like, if you have high mastery, you can skip a few matchlocks, but otherwise, you'll need quite a few, like professional at least.
Yeah, or get a hunter friends to boost you up to Artisan 10 and then use your matchlock. They will do it.
No.
It's in an hour.
You can force all the way to 10. I did.
Oh no, I was saying to levels because you need to be
someone
able
in chat
to.
was saying, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because you need to be Artisan 10 to use master matchlock.
Yep.
Or just ask
that
Pansy
depends on
to do it for you.
That depends on your mastery. So like where you're gonna start, which matchlock you're starting with. But yeah.
Yeah.
You do rhinos indefinitely till G50 even. That is the best XP. It's where you start, it's where you finish. Rhinos. That's it.
I don't know if I'm gonna
Shadowline's
stick to rhinos. I think I'll just do the deer after Guru
Deer
one.
is real shit XP. Like it's very slow. Like I'm at a point where my gathering XP is going up faster than my hunting XP at deer. But like Shadow Lions is a good trade-off. It trades off XP for money in a equivalent proportion.
Yeah. But since I'm gonna be cooking as well. Yeah, it depends if you want money right off the bat and or you just wanna
I get to G1. After G1, like, you know, even G10's pretty easy. After that, I'd focus on money. Like getting to at least that point.
yeah. Or you can min-max like that mix a bit, you know, just do a bit of deer, a bit of like even like I'm right now Master 6. Yesterday I just did like deer because I just wanted to have like, you know, some red meat.
Yep. Cool. But yeah, of course, we have to mention bear for gathering. Bear for gathering EXP.
Trent's tier as an alchemist stone in season.
Oh, true. Doing that is important.
Free
put that
manos.
in. I'll put that in week 3. That's pretty easy to do.
Okay. And free manos you get. Free tri manos.
What's that?
Free tri manos.
What do you get that from?
Fulamoros or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how it's spelled.
Yeah, what do you do to get
Ramos.
that? I forgot. Is it a quest line?
I think it was a
Yeah.
quest line. Yeah, very, very quick quest line.
What is the? How do you spell it? Where'd you put it?
It's on my screen. I don't know if you can see it. Follow Ramos.
Ramos. Yeah. Okay. I'd say get the necklace first, probably, if you didn't have anything else. Why'd you get the ring?
So the reason I got ring is because once I have full tri mono set, and then if I decide to go Ted, I'm gonna make the belt Ted and then necklace Ted. So
Okay.
at that point, you know, I don't want to exchange and spend 1 billion because you can convert to another piece, but I heard it costs you like a 1 billion or something.
Okay.
So it's a long term. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
You took the belt.
All
That's
right.
all right.
Sorry.
In terms of armor for life skill, I got Ted Carta. It's only 1 billion and it gives you 250. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Because Ted, was that? Ted Monos is like 5+ billion and it's only 50 extra mastery. So even like Tri Monos is like, yeah, less mastery
Tet
than
Manos?
these.
What are you talking about? Tet Manos or Tri Manos?
Ted Monos clothes.
Oh, okay. Clothes. Got it.
Yeah, Ted Monos clothes, gathering clothes is like 300 mastery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ted Carta is 250 and it only costs you 1 billion.
Right. Art gatherers. How much is that? 250. Yeah, that's right. You'd have to pre-order those, I think.
I mean, I
That's
got
fine.
it from
Yeah.
pre-order. You can have a look if there's any on sale, or I mean, there's only on
There weren't any
pre-order.
gathering ones I just saw. All
Yeah.
right, so now going through month by month, these month by month thing is like very subjective to how long you play. So I think
Yeah.
we should have, as you said, step by step would have been
Step by step, yeah.
more appropriate. But hopefully, if they actually watch the video, they'll understand.
Like for example, Jatina, right? You gotta start doing Jatina quest line on the first day.
Yep. Oh man, we better put that in week 1. Jatina quest line.
Pen Jatina. Yeah, and also start killing the Kutum and turning Kutum for, because I think getting a Jatina or reform. Yeah, we need to get the reform, right?
Hmm. Okay, we can start like now. We've completed 1 month. We'll start month 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, etc.
We're always
So,
going back
let's-
at more to the first month.
Yeah, so those are all dependent on choice, right?
Yeah,
Because like we went through everything, both grinding and life skilling. Not everyone's gonna do both or go
Yeah.
100% into both. Like, we take both things into account equally
Yeah.
when we're progressing. But, if they pick and choose, it's pretty light. The notes we took are pretty intensive right now if you take everything considered. But I think it's pretty light if you just take like grinding.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I can.
let's say
I
now that
guess we
season,
can.
assume
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
gonna
say.
put a note saying we're assuming that season is completed. So let's go forward assuming that season is done.
Yeah, once season is done, you will get like you will have one uh, pen boss armor from Magnus story quest line, and another boss armor you can make from Jatina.
Hmm.
Will cost you about 9 billion. It cost me about 9 billion, and it's still like 5-6 billion cheaper than marketplace at the moment.
Hmm.
I don't recommend getting the second
Yeah,
from Jatina. The
I
first
think you
one
could
is
do
ideal, but not the
two
second one.
weapons, right?
I
I
would
don't know what the
recommend just
prices
one
are.
weapon, and weapon will
Hmm.
probably be the offhand, and then you can do reform on it. I wouldn't even go to full pen. I will just reform 4. Pretty much is like pen kutum, and it's like almost half price, right?
Mm.
So I would keep the kutum at reform 4 for a very very
Okay,
long time.
note of that.
But armors needs to be pen, so you can use all your capras you stock up on those to gain like extra DP. Initially, when you first started, if you really need cash, you can sell some of the capras in the first week. But after first
Yep.
week, you definitely want to save all your capras because capras are pre-order, and as a beginner player, you will never buy them off the market. You'll mostly use
Yeah.
the ones you grind. And I personally sold some on the first week and then started saving. And my Liber is Capra 5 and my Muscan is Capra 6. So
Yeah.
they all from the Capras I got by myself.
Right. So one thing though, the Nether weapon is actually really good. So like a Tet Kudum is what 31 AP, 17 DP. The Nether for comparison, the Nether is 1 AP less, 1 DP less, but you get 10% critical hit damage.
Yeah. But with
And it's
the
free from a
Kutum,
quest line for, contribution points, of course.
yeah, with the Kutum, you can take it up to Reform 4, which is equivalent to technically pen with a little bit
Oh
less
yeah.
accuracy.
Oh, it's only accuracy it's missing?
Yeah, I think accuracy is missing. 1 or 2 accuracy is missing.
Oh, nice.
APDP wise is the same, I think.
I'll keep a note of that.
So if you can see on my screen, that's what Reform 4 is.
Yep. Got it. Got it. Nice. Yeah,
Just
that's good
one
to know.
accuracy. Okay, just one accuracy difference. All right. Uh, Another thing, like if you're just graduated from the season, beside using those 2 pen armors and using capras on it to get extra DP, I would save money, and with the first money I have, I will buy a decent main hand and decent awakening. My recommendation would be like duo gather or duo tri gather, main hand and awakening, and that's my personal preference, and this can be enough until you have like after 6 months when you have enough money to buy pen black star. But until you buy pen black star, having like duo or try Gadurai main weapon and Gadurai awakening is a good choice. It's boost up a lot of AP as well. Like even if you play succession, let's say you bought like duo or try Gadurai main hand, you might say like, oh, I don't really need awakening. You actually do, because 30% of your damage comes from awakening. So you can't
Right.
just have like 281 main hand, and then your awakening is only 250 or something. It just doesn't make sense. Because 30% of your damage comes from there, and Gadurai also gives you extra monster AP. So that's also something, right? And because you need to have like your main AP plus monster AP to reach the certain spots caps.
Yeah.
And try Gadurai is only like 23 billion, around 23 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see some sitting on the market right now. I'm just thinking about the AP. Like, let's see.
It's 4 AP extra than Tet Blackstar, and it's only like, I don't know, 6-7 billion extra. I think 6-7
Wait,
billion extra for 4 AP is it's a good trade. Pansy decided to buy one.
Not yet. I'm thinking because I wanted to get like 301 AP with Awakening in order to switch to my Archer for PvP. So
Yeah.
I probably want to. I mean, I'd probably want to get like an accessory somewhere before doing that, because
But
a pen Black Star is gonna be annoying.
for you, yeah, you're at this stage you can actually save money to buy Pen Blackstar. Like you don't need an upgrade for Gadurai. Gadurai is someone who just graduated from season. Like that's literally what
it's
I
just
did.
for PvP on our Archer. That's all I wanted to do.
So yeah, the first purchase I bought, like with the money I made in season, I already had enough money to buy a Ted Blackstar. And Ted Blackstar I bought about 16 billion at the time. And the reason I bought Ted Blackstar over Gadurai because I had 2 Jace Hammer and I wanted to use them, and they were going to expire in 2 weeks, and that's the only option I had. And I used the Jace Hammer on it, and then turn it into Gadurai and upgrade it to Pry, and then try to upgrade to Duo. It didn't work, so I need a new fail stack. So once I have a new fail stack, I'll push it to Duo and probably leave it at Duo. But then Awakening, I'll definitely get a Try Gadurai, and then maybe buy another buy a Tetisto to boost up my AP. Yeah. So yeah, the first money you have, I would definitely recommend spending on a good main hand and Awakening hand. And after that, it takes about 2 months to get the Jatina ring, right? So in the second month, they will have the Jatina ring. Because I have Jatina ring now.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like what, 50 something days, 40 something. I forgot. I mean, the event was there, so it made it easier for us early on, and they bring the event back every once in a while, where you're getting double Jatina rewards and stuff. But yeah, starting at ASAP is important for sure. All right, so month 2, we're probably gonna definitely get the Magnus gear piece, right?
Yeah, Magnus, 1 pen armor from Jatina, and reform form, Kutum, and then enough money to buy at least main hand for extra accuracy.
All this is going to take cash, so we don't know if they'll make enough money to do it, but this is generally the suggested gear progression. Like,
I mean, I had the money when I graduated from season, so if I did it, they should be able to have it as well.
Yeah, if you spend like a month or 2 in season, you should be able to save it up.
And I even bought like a Tri Monos belt as well. That was another like 4 billion. So, and plus all the mats I bought for cooking and some other things I spend money that's unnecessary.
You'll
I mean,
also
artifacts.
Get, 1 pen. I guess you take the necklace first on your first season, right?
So what I have done with accessories, we had the cloud accessory at the time, so I choose the cloud belt.
The cloud is there for everyone, though, isn't it, chat?
Yeah.
Everyone is able to do it right as they start. It just takes some time.
Cloud is pretty much like a pen capote, right? Oh, so you get the cloud, and then you do some quests that gives you 21 stones, and then you upgrade it to pen.
It takes 2 weeks, right? It gives you daily login, doesn't it? And it takes 2 weeks to get the pen.
Oh, they say it's swapped to Kapotia. Now you can't use it on season. All right. Well, we are talking about after season anyway. So okay.
This is
So
yeah, month 2.
all right.
I mean,
So
you
you
can still be progressing it while you know,
yeah.
you can still be progressing it while you're doing, yeah.
So
While
in
you're on
terms
season.
of mine, like I had pen Kapotia from Cloud, and then I got the Kapotia necklace, pen Kapotia necklace from season reward. So belt and necklace is done, and then I got the try ring from some quest or something, or getting level 62, right? And then with season fishing event, it gives you stones to 100% upgrade to pen. So I have the ring to pen as
Really?
well.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it gives you 21 stones, which you can use it to upgrade to pen. And also I have pen Jatina ring as well. And Bronte earring you're going to use for extra accuracy.
Yep.
And then the next earring, you will use it Pantwala until you can afford. I would suggest Tetisto.
Is that seasonal fishing event a recurring thing, or is it just that one time?
I think it was this season event. It should still be on.
Okay.
That fish you get, yeah. Let's just upgrade the Capozza, right? Yeah. And
It's
yeah,
still
you
on.
only
Yeah,
you
yeah.
only need to use the Pantwala earring beside Bronte. And then you can swap that to I don't recommend getting like a what is that? A Capozza earring. I would probably just save enough money for a Tetisto to boost up your AP so
Sorry,
you
did
can
I?
reach to like
I thought I put
281
belt. Yeah, I put
plus.
neck, belt, and then ring. I put note for what you said. Doing the event. Right. Let me just see where my DP
So
accessories
in
went.
total, you should have 3 Pan Capozza accessory, 1 Pan Jatina Crescent.
Okay, disclaimer, this event might not be there in the future. If you guys are watching this video down the line, we might not have that seasonal fishing event going on. So heads
If
up.
not, they will have Tri Capozza instead,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
which is like
they
15
could
AP or
still have the
something.
Pentavala and stuff, right?
Yeah.
What was that what was that other accessory that's equivalent to Kaposha? Can't find it.
They changed it. It's no longer exists. So
Oh, okay, so it's just a
yeah.
Kaposha anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Seasonal rewards. Okay, so
And Bronte
Kaposha.
earring as well for 28 accuracy. It's pretty much equivalent to Dawn, Ted Dawn, which a little bit less accuracy.
Let me see who has mine. A Bronte's bolt or something. Bronze bolt. Is that what it's called?
Bronte's bolt, yeah. 12
Okay.
accuracy, 12 AP, 28 accuracy.
And this is from Eternal Winter questline, right?
Yeah. Main story quest line.
Okay. Okay. Oh, what other important things and easy to get things are there? So,
I mean, if they have
is
a
that questline
decent,
still there for like that Pen Kaposha, that 2 weeks thing that we had the equivalent of that cloud earring thing? Yes. Okay.
I'm not sure.
What is it called, guys? I want to write down the note. It's just a Kaposha instead of cloud. But do you still get the same mats through your login rewards, or how's it working? Dream Crystal of Balance is the item. Okay.
It's from login rewards.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll have 3 Kaposha accessories right out of season. One's going to be from graduating season. That's going to be the Kaposha necklace or whichever you choose, either necklace or belt. Then you get the second one by, sorry. Can you do any Kaposha or is it just earring for that one, guys? The dream.
It's. I think it's a
Okay.
choice. You can do any. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, we'll get one necklace from season reward, one from the one Kaposha from the Dream Crystal of Balance login rewards, 21 days. Okay, let me keep note of that. Is that 21 days in total? Yeah. Okay. 7 days for Tet, then 14 days for Pen. Total 21 days. Thanks, Neth. So, and then the Kaposha ring, we get, do you get a ring for level 62? Is that it?
Yeah, I
Free
think
ring.
so. Try. You get try.
Mhm.
And Nick, you will probably get a season reward.
Yeah, I noted that down. Upgrade with season fishing. So how does that fishing event work, guys? How are you upgrading it? Can you only upgrade from try to 10 and then 10 to pen, or can you take a base Kaposha to pen doing
Exactly the same. 7 stone to Ted and 14 stone to
that? Oh,
pen.
okay. Gotcha.
It just gives you, yeah, you get the fish and you exchange fish for those.
Oh, okay. Got it. So it's going from try to pen. You get 21 dreamy crystals. Got it. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is pretty solid. So just to recap, month 2, your focus is getting your gear up past Tuvala. So you're going with 1 Magnus armor, 1 armor from upgrading upgrading the Pen Jatina method, and then 1 weapon, Pen Jatina weapon, which we recommended a Kudum to level 4. Or you can get a Nether weapon from Valencia 1. It's weaker than a Pen Kudum or a Tet Kudum, but it gives you 10% crit hit damage, which is good for lower end spots. Then for your main hand, getting a good main hand and awakening weapon is important. So recommended either Tet Blocks or Duo Godride and Try Godride are good bang for your buck. Solid gains there. And then for the Kaposhas, you get a free Pen Kaposha neck for seasonal rewards. Pen Kaposha belt you can upgrade by the Dream Crystal of Balance login rewards, and you can the current season fishing events going on, where you can upgrade a Kaposha ring for from try to pen, and also we get the Bronte's bolt from the Eternal Winter questline. So I think that's a pretty good boost coming right out of seasonal. Pretty doable, obtainable goals. These are all attainable goals.
Yeah. And as I said,
right.
once you graduate, you should have enough money to buy like a decent main hand weapon at least. And then since you buy a main hand weapon and you will probably playing like, let's say you play Megi, right? A brand new class, doesn't have awakening. So you definitely need main hand. In my opinion, even if you play awakening class, you really want that extra accuracy from main hand, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's debatable whether you want to go for main hand first or awakening first, but I will prefer main hand.
I'd just go awakening if you're playing an awakening class, just because in the earlier stages that accuracy isn't as in play as much as it is in mid game. Like once you get to like orcs, Elvia orcs, I think that's where you first.
But when you graduate from season, you will either gonna go orcs or Skria, and in both rotations depends on your class. Especially if you are a class that you wanna do like Liber over Begs, then you will be missing
Yeah,
out
if you
a
go
bit of
Liber, yeah,
accuracy. Yeah.
for sure. Oh yeah.
Like I'm
Anyway,
using
I think that's a
Liber.
good
Yeah.
conclusion for month 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
And
Russ.
after main hand, let's say you wanted to get duo try gather main hand and awakening, I recommend the next upgrade will be a Tet Disto. And with duo main hand and Tet Disto, you will be
Yeah, we'll get there next
284.
month. Yeah,
So you will be
we'll get.
284 AP, and 284 AP is like very decent AP to grind at orcs.
Yeah, we'll get there in the next following months.
Sure.
These will be the next stage of upgrades and such.
Welcome back.
Thanks, dude. All right.
Artifacts. Cheap artifacts. I can recommend let me see one of the artifacts. I can recommend enhanced focus, which gives you 24 accuracy, 7 AP, and 75 stamina, and it only costs you 20 million. And if you are lacking accuracy, 24 accuracy for 20 million silver is I think it's ideal.
Yeah. AP artifacts plus enhanced focus. That's a good place to start. If you don't need that accuracy, then just putting 4 AP stones. That'll get you like 20 AP or something, right? I forgot the number.
Yeah, something like that. And in terms of artifacts, you can use +6 monster AP, or if you wanna extra accuracy based on your class, you can have like melee accuracy artifacts or something, and that's personal, I guess.
Yep. All right.
Destruction,
Let's assume
spirit
that
spawn, yeah.
we're past that second month. We got those initial upgrades and stuff. We're probably still working on like getting like, duo god rides, main hand, and awakening. But
Yeah.
you only need the main hand or whichever one you're playing, awakening or
I mean, if they play Megi or
succession, and then
Wusa, it's definitely gonna be main hand.
yeah. Yeah. So next month, I think this is the point where we're at the solid mid-game stage. We're at the mid-game spots. We're looking to start grinding Sakraya and stuff like that. I think we close out. We'd either get, the pieces of gear which are not pen. At first, if I need the DP, I could push Tet gear to C3 or C4 for some easy DP, or just go ahead and grind up some pen boss gear. So you're in all your slots, you have pen armors.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take a bit slightly different route for my progression. As you all know, I started NA fresh, and what I will be doing is I already have like 2 pen boss armor, which is my gloves and boots, and for those I will be getting like capras when I'm grinding and use all those capras on these 2. And gloves, I'm gonna leave it at 10 because we're getting the new boss fallen god
Yeah.
or whatever that is, so I'll leave that at 10. But then masking, I'll definitely push further up with all the capras I have. I'm not gonna waste any capras on armor or helmet. In my opinion, once I have let's say duo try, main hand, and awakening, and a Tetisto, I'll be sitting around 284 AP. And right now with 277 AP, I make about 26k trash shoot at orcs, and that's like almost like 750, 800 million per hour already. So I'm in a spot that if I pass 281, I can definitely push maybe 28 to 30k trash loot at orcs with yellow loot
But you're
score.
already AP cap, aren't you?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm still like
Oh.
150 less or something. So with those upgrades, I'll be about like 90 AP less than AP
You
cap.
think you
So,
can push
but
28 without using Agris or Agris coin?
yeah, I play Succession Musa.
Even so, 28 might be a bit.
Well, you still have to go like over 250 APM, but yeah, it's doable. I did it on stream a few times.
Nath, are you saying 32K without Agris or Agris coin?
Without
Excuse me,
Agris,
eating up.
mine was without Agris or without Agris coin.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Maggie
That's
will
nice.
definitely do a lot more than Musa, but Succession Musa, 25 to 26k at
Okay.
270 plus AP.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
at
do month
281,
3 now.
at 281,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will definitely be making like between 700 to 800 million per hour, and that's decent amount of money per hour that I can save up and buy fallen god armor off the market. Like for helmets and armor, I don't really need too much DP because I already at a comfortable DP that I can grind at orcs, and I'm not gonna move any other spots anytime soon that requires
Mhm.
DP. So I will save like 70, 80 billion, and then first we'll buy the armor, try Fallen God. That's gonna boost up my DP quite a lot. And after that, the next 70, 80 billion I'm gonna save, try Lebraska as well. And that should put us pretty close to like 380, right? 380 plus or something DP.
Right? You should be higher.
Yeah, like 380, 390 or something
Depends
like
on,
that. Yeah.
yeah, something there. Depends on how
So
much Kafras you got.
I personally don't recommend upgrades. I personally just say, just stick to it, save 70 billion, 80 billion, just buy Try
Well,
Fallen Gods and Lebreska.
I mean, in your how much Kafras you have on your gloves and shoes to judge
My
if they're going to be
shoes,
380, 390.
my shoes Capra 6 at the moment, and gloves as Capra 5. I have some Capras in the storage as well, but I haven't grinded for uh, this week or the last a couple of weeks. I've been leveling my cooking with vinegar and staying AFK because I had a busy life. But yeah, Capras shouldn't be a problem once I start grinding. Yeah, I don't recommend Western Capras on helmet and armor. Pantuala helmet and armor should be enough to grind at orcs. And then, yeah, just buy the Fallen God, try Fallen God. I wouldn't recommend
right.
Ted. Ted will be overkill, but yeah, try Lebreska and
Okay.
Fallen God will be ideal.
Let me just update some notes in the past. So for duo and try God ride, month 2 to 3 goals, I'll put that. And then in month 3, the grind spots, so we're aiming for. Where did you grind before you went to orcs?
After season, I went straight to orcs. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not
Sakraya.
everyone is comfortable there with low DP and stuff, but they can go Skria, they can do Fogans for blue shots. Like any LVS spots, they need the cups because they need
Grinding for cups,
their cups. Yeah.
Grinding for cups. Rings first, obviously.
Necklace they can just buy off the market if they want to.
Yeah.
250 million. I'm going evasion HP build, so some people might prefer crit, but yeah, I want extra HP
So,
and survivability.
For me, the crit cups actually help. The crit hit damage cups for rings, they help in hunting. So you could actually do swap to your PvE rings while hunting to do more damage, and then
Yeah,
you swap
I
back.
was saying yesterday. I wish we could be able to put cups on Manos accessories.
Yeah. Saves the trouble. But since we're actually switching with Kaya necklace anyway, so I'm like, doesn't matter. I'll have to press the button either way.
Also, you're
Though you can
swapping
put
the
the
Kaya
Kaya.
necklace.
Hmm?
I guess that's Kaya necklace might be good for leveling, but I don't know if it will
No,
be good
just hunting
for
in general.
money.
10% back attack damage.
So you think I should use it? I have it, but I don't know if
So,
I should
do
use
you
it
have
or
a
not.
gearbox? Do you have a gear bag so you can press one button and swap your whole gear set?
Okay, yeah.
If you do, then yeah, it's good. So you can get like a Kaya's necklace for the back attack damage and your two PvE rings for another 6% crit hit damage. You can put like a Karanda heart or a Karanda heart on your awakening weapon, just so you get that crit hit damage from that, and you get an extra crystal slot. So there's a few things you can do to
So you
increase
swap
your.
when you gather. You swap
What's that?
ectomanos when you gather.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And you don't need BSR when you're doing rhinos or deer anyway.
right. It's you do in rhinos because it is good to go to do the shadow wolves for the
Okay, so
quest.
you don't swap at
For the
rhinos.
XP quest and mass. Yeah. But yeah, when doing deer, yeah, 100% I swap. So I'm able to one shot to deer. All right. So we noted out some month 3 grind spots to aim for. Centaurs, if you're a, let's say, Musa, Valk, or
Suck
Zerker.
Zerker. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put out the suck. Okay, suck Musa. Sick. Suck Musa, Awaken Valk, or suck Zerker. Then Sakurai Underwater is really good. Elvia, if you have the DP. How much DP would you recommend?
330 maybe 330, 335. Once you use like a bit of capras on your, I'm 336 at the moment, so I'm feeling very comfortable at orcs.
So did they reduce their damage at some point? Because I remember back then, 345 used to die sometimes.
So what I can recommend for people who are having difficulty, recovering their HP, they can use like plus 10 HP recoveries on some of their add-ons, and alternatively they can use artifacts. Let me see, I have one here.
True.
Reinforcing the Vanguard, that gives you a lot of monster damage reductions and percentages and 200 HP and stuff. So it gives you like damage from monster minus 4% and monster damage reduction plus 15 and plus 200 HP. So they can definitely use that with plus 9 monster damage reduction stones. So in total, like, it's gonna boost up their like survivability a lot. If they are not missing accuracy, then yeah, I would recommend using this. But if they are okay with DP, then yeah, definitely use APs.
Got it. All right. So let's do a quick switch to life skilling side. I don't think we need to put any time frame requirement on life skill gear, but what would be the order of gear progression you would do? I think now we have to factor into what is that called again? Fulmoros?
Flamoros, yeah. Depends whether they are gonna
Fulmor-
do hunting or gathering. Hunting is definitely they need to get a try hunting clothes and
Yeah.
plus 10 master mesh sock. That's for sure. And other than that, they can get a Tet Karta gathering clothes if they want a gathering. It's only 1 billion. Plus 3 cooking silver and bread, maybe cooking outfit. It's fine until later, because they are not gonna get like minus 2 second artifacts because it's expensive anyway. So therefore,
You know?
I think it costs you like 4 billion or something to make.
Oh. Yeah, Stir is still up at 2.7 bill.
So
So
yeah,
yeah, it's about 3 something bill because you need the iridescent as well.
so it's
Yeah,
gonna
pretty
cost
expensive.
you about that, yeah, 4 billion or something, which you don't want to spend on it. You want to spend on the other things initially.
Yeah.
And plus, you have like low mastery, cooking mastery. It's not really ideal to cook with Manos, so you can skip buying Manos cook's clothes until
Yeah.
like later on. What else?
For gathering, you said Karta? Tet Karta?
Tet Karta is pretty good, 250 gathering mastery,
Mhm.
and then you can rent tool. If you are low on CP, you can just rent one and then swap it. And because you need like 100 CP for farming anyway, and then 50 for tool, and then if you use like necessary weapon or something, that's another 50 CP, right?
Yeah.
And then you will need your nodes, right? You want to get all the fishing nodes as quick as possible.
Yep. Fish nodes around Velia or Ilia or Portaferia, right?
Yeah, you can get like lodging in Portaferia, like 10 or 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, park all your alts at Portaferia and get those workers. Get like professional goblins first. They should be easy to get professional goblins. And then use those.
Yeah.
And then if they go to artisan, it goes to artisan. If not, just keep the profession for now. Don't waste too much energy.
Yep.
Same with Olivia. Just do Olivia as well. And if you don't have enough workers from Olivia, you can probably send some from Idle as well. But yeah, ideally you want to use like not Olvias or Velia. Yeah, Velia and Portaferia, you want to get like full lodgings. And if you want, you can get lodging from Olvia as well and connect Olvia to Velia and then send some workers from Olvia to
Right.
or what you can do, you can use the Velia workers to fish nodes and then Olivia workers to collect the mats from near Velia.
Right.
You just gotta see which one is most valuable. You gotta pay attention. The speed and workload and stuff.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. All right. I think we can go on to the next stage. So in month 3, just to recap, we're still, finishing up the goals from month 2 in case we didn't get that Black Star or Duo or Try God Ride for your main hand and Awakening. We're at the spots like Centaurs if you're a Centaur OP class and you can still grind there or have the patience to grind there. Sakraya underwater is a really good spot. The AP cap for Sakraya is actually pretty low. You can hit that AP cap pretty quickly, but main thing is the DP. They can hit you if you're low DP. So I'd recommend about 329. I think that's the bracket. So
Yeah.
if you can do orcs well, that's also a good spot. If you have the DP to survive it.
Another gear for life skill is the processing stone. You can just buy like Pry or something and use your free crowns and free fail stacks you get to upgrade to TED.
Yeah. Is it worth it though?
Yeah, most people
Like
you can
processing stone just gives you like if you're AFK
mastery. Yeah, you
processing,
can.
it's unless you're what's that?
Yeah, you do need processing stone. Yeah, and getting
I mean, you
Manos
need a processing
processing stone
stone,
is
but
not
getting it to
that
10, is
expensive.
that necessary?
The thing
Yeah.
is, like you're gonna get free crowns. What are you gonna do with free crowns? You can use free crowns to upgrade. It shouldn't be too expensive. You have like fail
Get that
stacks as a
10 green
reward, and
offhand.
yeah, but
That for month
you want
3.
yeah. That's like month 6, man.
Nah, man. If you can survive, then you
But then
switch
you
to the
need to
green
make it
offhand.
to Capra 20 or something, right? That's another 25, 30 billion
What's that?
to get it to Capra 20.
Why do you need a cap for 20?
Green offhand.
So the thing is, like for me, I'm at 308 AP, and like 309 is like, only like 4 AP more that bracket because the brackets are really not worth that much later on. So if you can hit like 301, I think 301, 305 AP with a green offhand, that's like peak. You don't really like endgame. A lot of players they even use like a Ket offhand. The main thing is using an ultimate reform stone will give you that 10% special attack damage. So you can hit a high bracket. And like after 309, it's pretty useless because it's only give you
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 AP. And a lot of times, if you're using a green offhand, you're generally AP capped already. So,
Yeah, but you are
you know,
talking about 309. That's like 6 months.
yeah, but the green offhand is like equivalent to almost like a baby Nuver. So it gives you a lot of AP. And
Ah,
even
okay.
if you
Yeah.
don't hit that, like you're using a green offhand at places you can survive well, and most likely you're already AP capped anyway.
Yeah, I would prefer reform for Kutum as a in the first few months.
Yeah,
Because like if
that
they
or
are
Nether.
grinding at orcs, they're not gonna be AP cap. I'm another AP cap.
I actually use a Nether at Gyfins because that's like the sweet spot for where I'm at.
Okay.
Because it gets me to the AP cap comfortably, but it also gives me that 10% crit hit damage. So like you, if you're grinding orcs, definitely, consider switching to a Nether. You'll see a difference. Because you don't use a green offhand anyway, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
definitely
switch
try
to
it. It's a waste
Nether
of CP for us in a way, but
once I get 10
100 CP.
distos, yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to be 300 AP to hit AP cap at orcs, dude. You got to count your elixir, your food buff, your add-ons and everything. I was able to hit AP cap at like 280 something.
Yeah, probably like 289 or something.
Something there, whatever the bracket was. All right, so now let's see month 4, 5, and 6. This is the point where you're comfortably well within the mid game, and now you're looking towards the end game.
Tri-monos accessories will be good. Like, if they don't have tri-monos, they can just use like Trilogia. Like, as a placeholder, they can just buy like Trilogia accessories. Like, I have Trilogia earrings, ring, and necklace.
I
bought the
for
belt.
the longest time. Ted accessories and tri clothes.
Yeah, I bought Tri-monos belt, but the rest is Trilogia as a placeholder. And we have one free Tri-monos anyway, Floromos. And having like probably like month 4, they should be able to afford full Tri-monos accessories.
Okay. I'm just going to split up the sections PvE and life skill. For life skills, full Tri-Manos accessories, Tet clothes.
Yeah, Ted clothes. Maybe at that time they can buy Ted cooking as well, and also get their -2-second artifact combo as well.
Mm-hmm. What is this one called? Let me check. Cooking, something hedgehog. Sorry, no, that's fundamentals of cooking. For gathering, it's yawning hedgehog, canine tooth for hunting. Okay. Okay, I got to note it down. So life skills, full Tri-Manus accessories, Tet clothes, Tet tools as well.
In terms of tools, I will
Butcher knife is
probably
probably the most important.
I'll probably go pen for butcher knife. The rest can be just like rented tools, doesn't really matter.
Is it worth though?
Yeah, there's not much, like it's only like 10 billion difference between Tet and pen tools. The clothes is too expensive. Like
one or a pen one too.
There's like 55 billion difference between Tet and pen clothes. But
dude, the clothes are just stupid, man. I can't spend 60 bill for pen clothes.
I mean, I'm saying what I want to get. I want to get a pen butcher knife, but I'll still be using rented tools for the rest.
Yeah, because we're going for money per hour when we're going, either gathering for meat and stuff. But if we're going for pilgrims and stuff, we get XP.
Yeah, and also we get like mats we just need for
Yeah.
you know,
It's just for
utensils
the
and stuff. Yeah,
utensils, and even that you'll be self-sustained for a long time
yeah,
with Imperial turn-ins and whatnot.
yeah. Whichever one you're doing the main should get panned. The rest can be rented.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, other than butcher knife, there really isn't much of an option in terms of variety.
Yeah, at the
'Cause, like
moment, yeah.
hunting is just so good. Yeah. All right. So by month 4, that's going to be the goals. In terms of order.
Also, in terms of PvE, um,
Mhm.
when they started saving money for Trifallen God, as soon as they make like a 15 billion, they should pre-order a Wells Heart, just in case if
Oh
they get it,
yeah,
if they get
totally
lucky.
forgot about Bell's Heart. By month 4, you should have.
I mean, anytime they have 15 billion sitting there, instead of sitting there, put a pre-order for Wells Heart. Doesn't matter when, just put a pre-order. If
Bells
you get
is
lucky,
easier
you
to
get.
get, man. Garmoth is a difficult one. I'll tell you why. So if you see on my screen, I'm going to open up the central market, right? So there's 2 options here: the concentrated magic and the Bell's Heart. So with the concentrated magic, you need 1,000 alchemy. What is that stone called? Alchemic.
Yeah,
Is that item you
that's
need?
an annoying one. Yeah.
What is it called, chat? That you use to turn the concentrated essence? It should say here, right? Oh, yeah. 1,500 alchemy stone shards. Alchemy stone shards, right?
Yeah, you melt the
So,
alchemist stones
oh,
or
sorry.
something. You break down.
So these, let's do the math here. 1,500 into how much are these exactly? 70. Let's just say it's 705k. That's 1 bill. So if you look at Vels, you see the difference here is the concentrated magic is pre-ordered at 16 bill, and the Vels Heart is pre-ordered at 16.5. So by paying 500 more mil, you can get the concentrated one itself. So this is 71 pre-orders, whereas the Vels Heart is 188. So in order to get my Vels, I wanted to get it quicker. So I went ahead and paid the extra money, making the alchemy stone, buying the 1,500 alchemy stone shards, and I bought a concentrated magic instead of going for Vels directly. But yeah,
You can pre-order
it,
both, right?
what's that?
Can you pre-order both?
Yeah, I mean it
Yeah,
costs money, but
that's probably
this
ideal to
one,
do.
this fills out quicker because there's more Vel's hard or Vel's concentrated magics coming
Yeah.
into the game twice a week. So pre-ordering this on the day, you know, for Vel's, you're more likely to get it than you're getting a Vel's heart itself. Whereas Garmont's is a pain in the ass.
Okay,
So the
so in
pre-orders
you
is like
it's
546 for the inverted heart, and then the Garmont's heart is 1,000 pre-orders right now. So
yeah, but also 9 billion. They should bump up that price to like I don't know 30 billion or
yeah,
something.
I mean, sure. Like I'd say like, 20, 30 bill, whatever.
I mean, they should just increase the drop rate, man. At this point, like
No problem. Just get 400 Nuver skills, bro. You know how many Nuvers that is?
3 years. Yeah, let's go.
Apparently, there's 27 Vels sitting on the marketplace on EU. It
Yeah.
used to be like that on NA, but now we're all AP monkeys out there grinding. But yeah, it'd be like that. So that was just some quick tips on getting a Vel's heart. I don't know about Garmots, but aim for a Garmot's heart. It is important. Garmot's heart does 2 crystal slots. 2 months of Nuver. Get out of here. I ain't got the patience for that.
No, it's definitely like 2
Accessory.
years, not 2 months.
At least 1 Tet Disto by this time, right?
Do you get like 1 or 2 per kill, right?
Yeah, it's really low. The Nuver skills, right?
Yeah, it should be low.
Yeah, 106 is 2 to 3. Wow. Wow. I ain't got the patience for that. Imagine 100 Nuvers. I'm like, I am an expert Nuver killer.
So if you kill 100 newer, it's only like you 200, and then you have to kill 100 more. So you need 200 kills.
I guess. Oh man.
So ridiculous. I don't know what these devs think about, like
Just
when they
leave it
design
out there,
this
but
stuff.
still, think about it like this. If you sit there for 5 minutes, multiply it by 300 or 200, that's a lot of minutes. Oh, we'll almost certainly get 400 maneuver skills before I get the drop. Yeah, that's true. That much, I think we can agree on.
I mean, they know the problem because they did that event, like everyday gar mode. So I'm sure they are aware, but it just wasn't enough.
They need to increase the drop rate. That's true. 10 maneuvers per week. Oh man, a year of maneuvers, hitting every maneuver. Oh man, that's a lot. Anyway, other goals. So PvE gear wise, the earrings. What am I thinking here?
Ted Disto,
What did
Ted
I
Disto,
have?
tested.
Ted Disto, yeah. I think I had what was I using? Oh, did you know like narcs are also a good option if you're like an AP capped at a comma spot like Gyfin. Tet narcs, they're only like one species damage less than 10, but you know, that's just an option there. But I guess if you're
Yeah.
not using distos, what are you using? You're using the Bronte's bolt and a Kaposha earring, maybe? I don't know. Where would they get the extra Kaposhas? I don't know.
I
I
will
remember
stick
in between I
to
used a Tet
Bronte and Ted
Congrats for a while.
Disto.
What's that?
I'll stick to Bronte and Ted Disto until I have extra accuracy. Then I'll swap to second Disto as well. So I'll have two Ted Distos. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably swap the second Ted Disto when I have, let's say, Fallen God or something. Try Fallen God, because that's gonna balance the DP.
Yep.
I mean, ideally, you want to be around orcs, right? If you want to do Elvia. And then after orcs, you will probably transition into Hexe or trolls, like as a high end. And
Yeah, but
Logger
not everyone
Gryphon
would
if you
want to
need like
buy a
XP or
Labreska.
something, right?
Some would want to make their own just to have their
I
name
mean,
on it. Like
yeah,
me.
feel free to do that, but it's going to cost you a lot more. So just to let you guys know.
Let me see. Going for the try through enhancing, you mean?
Yeah.
Just the enhancement rate. Duo is doable.
I mean, if they are going to go for their own, what I would recommend, like if they really want to do it, just stop at Duo, use it until you have enough money to buy a TED, and then sell the Duo, buy the TED.
That's more doable. Yeah, I'm just thinking try. Probably wouldn't buy to try. Because like even with just duo helm and armor, I have enough DP to like grind pretty much anywhere. Like if I need more DP, I'll swap a disto for a narc. But you know,
Who
even
sells
without
TED
doing that,
Fallen God?
even just using distos, I farm Olin's fine. I mean, I guess the only place after that is probably Crypt, but
I mean,
yeah.
people sell TED
no one sells
Fallen
Tet
God.
Fallen God. He said sell your duo to buy the Tet Fallen
Really?
God.
No, they should sell it. Let's have a look how many has been sold.
Tet Fallen
112
Gods,
sold.
they're sitting there on the market. There's 2 of them.
112 sold.
No, sorry. That was a Labreska. There's 2 Tet Labreskas sitting on the market.
So yeah, if you have the money, you
76
can
sold.
buy it. The last one was sold today, like TED Fallen God, 155 billion. And it went actually min price. It didn't even go to max price. So yeah, there you go.
For Tet,
If you
I
want to
think
buy,
it'd be
you
worth
can.
buying, but try. I don't think you need it. Because Tet, you'd be going for like, hard cap.
But try, you can get the 401, right? With try as well, if you push it.
Yeah.
So
can
that's
with
what
the
you
try.
want. And then you can focus on your accessories.
But
Once you have
no,
the accessories,
like
then
the
you
logic
can.
of like just for grinding, like there's nothing that requires you to have it except for like Crypt. And even Crypt, the meta to do it to get that merchant ring piece is to grind with a shy. So you don't need the 401 DP.
But if you have try and then you get a J hammer, at least you can use it on it.
I mean, at this point, we're still on month 4, so you can even use it on like a black star or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's ideal. Like if you want to get duo, stay at duo and then buy TED, that's fine. Or if you want to have try, which you want to use like very long time, and then make it to TED in the future, that's also fine.
Yeah. J hammer a pen, fall on God and become famous when it succeeds. True. Okay. All right. What other goals? 1 TED disto, full pen armors. I'd say get the full pen armors because let's see. Let's check the grind spots in general. If you want to do Jade Forest to grind for... Sorry, I went too far. If you want to do Jade Forest to grind for Labresca for the flame...
It took me 10 minutes to get the flame in Mina. I was like doing the quest there. I'm like, what is this most? Let me kill it for 10 minutes. And I got it. And I'm like, why this item is like 2 billion? I'm like, this spot is great. You know, if I can get like 2 billion worth of item every 10 minutes. And then, yeah, people tell me like, oh, yeah, it takes actually weeks to get it.
I got 2 flames within 6 pities difference.
So you're just keeping them. Are you going to sell them?
Eventually, maybe. I just kept it in my storage just to flex. With the 6 Voltara pieces. Oh, man. No, I had to make my first flame by just pity pieces. Took about 30 something hours to grind it out. Then at like 105 pities, I got my first drop, and then the second one at like 111. RNG was right around the corner. So there are 5 Flame of Frost sitting on the market right now on NA. And there are 41 Flame of Despair sitting on the market. So what do you think, Russ?
I'm gonna buy try. So if people want to do their own, they can do. Yeah.
On lockdown. Planes are crashing on EU. Sold one for 1.5 bill today. Nice. I'm just gonna keep mine just to flex. It's okay. I think it'll be a while before they're at like despair level, Flame of Despair level on the marketplace. But why are people even grinding Turos? I didn't even think people were grinding that hard.
I never been there.
Huh. I mean, it's only a 270 AP spot. Maybe it's cracked money. I don't know.
But it's a group spot, right? Party of 2?
2-man. Yeah. Duo spot. Dailies? Bad money these days. Only reason.
I think altar imps might be good as well if they want blue shards. And the money is not too bad as well if they get 2 flags.
Altar imps are best, yeah. Like I get like 20 an hour on average. Altar imps is definitely the best place for blue shards. Yeah, okay, I see. Anyway, by month 4, I think they'd be ready to start working towards that FG. Because like making your own pry and duo isn't that difficult. But going past that, it's just a waste of crowns because it's like 2100 a tap. It's like 10% chance. It's pretty expensive after that. But grinding, I think at this point, by month 4, people should be Agris grinding efficiently.
I mean, at this point, it's all about like how many hours you put in. Because the money you're going to make per hour is going to be around 700 to 900 million, depends on your luck. So...
An Agris hour at Jade Forest, though, it's like a consistent amount for me. Like, I've been consistently making a bill an hour. What are good aggro spots, chat? Jade Forest is one.
Upper
else we got?
Gyphin, but then group required.
Yeah, Upper Gyphins. Upper Gyphin and Jade Forest. I think those would cover it. Upper Gyphins for group, Jade Forest solo. And in before the Centaurs Enjoyer comes in. Why are you grinding anywhere when you have Centaurs? Like, come on, man. Enough of Centaurs. I got sick of Centaurs real quick. All right. Now pushing towards Endgame.
Centaurs are unfiltered suffering, absolute cancer. Yeah, I agree. I've been only there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm out of here.
I know. I hate it. I hate Centaurs. Oh, man. But yeah, pushing towards Endgame. Let's see.
Are we
Let's
gonna
talk
push
about
life
best,
skill as
money
well, or
spots
just
prior to Endgame?
leave the life skill a try? I would recommend just leave it a try, unless they want to ham on life skill and not grinding.
Yeah. Alvia Orcs, definitely. Sakraya is still a good endgame spot. Just to name it. Then what do we have? Gyphin Underground.
Gyphin Underground, Hexa, Trolls. I don't know if Bloody Monastery, I've never been there. I mean, I've been there, but
Nah, it's not worth. I mean, you can pull money, but I think for the same effort, you can pull other spots better.
okay.
Because like Gyphins has like some of the best XP in the game.
I don't know if
Good
Thornwood
spot for
would be good. The rings are max price as well at Thornwood.
Drop rate's a bit low for ominous rings at Thornwood. Doable, but trolls, hex. What else? Did we miss anything? Allens? but I don't think month 5 you'd be at Allens. Or I don't even think they'd be at hex or trolls by then. I think they'd be like month 6 and beyond.
Yeah.
We could put hex and trolls and stuff.
Debo
You
grinds.
wouldn't
No
go to
one's gonna
Ash
do
Forest and
Debo
crypt
grinds.
until Debo is your next upgrade. Because if you're grinding there before that is your next logical upgrade, you're losing out on money. Because the money per hour isn't that great when grinding Ash Forest. So ideally, you'd want to wait until that's your next best thing, because also your kill speed's going to be lower if you're not like cracked on gear.
I don't recommend
What,
Debo accessories at all. Like, I personally will use a lunar necklace. If I can afford like Pan lunar necklace, I'll use.
They're adding in like Debo earrings too now. So now we have neck, belt, and earrings.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, I wanna test out evasion build. So with evasion build, since my earrings are gonna be distos, and the belt might be centaur, then I will need accuracy. So I need the lunar necklace.
Yeah.
If you have Pan Debo, then you can probably go accuracy belt or accuracy earrings. But since I'm not gonna go Pan Debo, I think lunar necklace is better, in my opinion. At least for me.
So, well, at month 5, let's see where we're at. I think now we're pushing for PvE. The best grind spot at this point of your gear, it's going to probably still be Orcs, Sakraya, or Gyphins, unless you're really cracked and you got to the point where you're at Hex. But PvE gear, you'd want to have 2 distos by now, right?
Yeah, you will have 2 Tet distos. Do your try Fallen God and Nebraska, and all your Capras should be in your shoes, and your shoes should be pretty close to Capra 20 by now.
Nah, by month 5, you're not at Kafra 20, man. You're probably at Kafra 12 or 13. 9 or 13.
But
That's
all
going to
your
be the break
capras are
points.
going to this gear though.
Hmm?
If you are
Oh, what's that?
if you are buying Fallen God and Lebreska, your boots is gonna be Capra 20 because you have nowhere else to use the Capras.
Okay, if you buy it, yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think any logical person's going to be buying Tribal Abresca, man.
80 billion is not much money. Like that's what I'm saying. Maybe I made so much money in the past accounts. I
Nah, I
just
mean,
think 80
doing
billion
it
is nothing.
twice, that's hours right there. A lot of hours. Most people
80,
won't do
80
it.
billion, 80 hours. Let's say you do 40 hours a week. 2
Oh
weeks
my
done.
god, no one's doing this. No one's playing this game like a full-time job unless your choice.
I know.
Because it is a
Yeah,
job.
that's right. That's right.
Uh,
But you're gonna make money some semi FK stuff as well. So you should
buying
be
Tribal
able to
Abresca is
push.
just a tall order. You've done it enough times to be able to do it. But for anyone else, I'd say they'd probably make their own duos and then in the future come back to it and make, buy like a try or a tet.
Okay. I'm a casual player. Like, what are you talking about? I play like 20 hours a week.
20 hours, dang. Like I said, I'm at like 7 to 14 hours a week.
But I do AFK stuff.
Yeah, I hear
And
you. I mean, like
streaming,
when I was
yeah.
doing AFK stuff, I was making 3 bill a day, just like, 1
Yeah.
hour active play and rest
I mean,
AFK.
you can't count my 5 hours or 10 hours vinegar cooking as a gameplay.
Hey, that was like the most interactive AFK streamer around, right? Hey, ask the 1,000 people who are watching, huh? They'll tell you.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
love it.
But still, let's see. By then, 2 distos, maybe I'd say at least duo. I'll put at least duo Fallen God and Labresca.
And then at that point, you might want to save money for your pen ring. I don't know. I'm gonna go pen eye ring for HP setup. I don't know what they want to go for. Maybe crescents if they want to be cheap.
I think that would be like month 6 and beyond for pen accessories. I think by month 6, having like a soft cap gear set is what you're aiming for. And the new soft cap is exactly my gear, except the Pen Blackstar is a duo or tri God Ride, and the Awakening Weapon is a duo or tri God Ride. That is a logical soft cap point. And you can swap out the Pen Kaposha for like a Tungrad ring if you really wanted to. But it's like, this is pretty much where a soft cap is at now. It's really easy to get to this point, and then everything after this point suddenly becomes exponentially more expensive. Like the distos and Bajas, they fluctuate.
Keeping the Pan Capozzo ring and going for... Did you go Pan Blackstar before accessories? I think Pan Blackstar, maybe when you went, it was cheap.
RNG. I just felt like gambling and just tapped. I wasn't actually logically going for it.
Because in my opinion...
I just gambled.
In my opinion, if you have Tri Godrai or Duo Godrai main weapon and Awakening, right? You can probably focus on Pen ring and maybe Pen belt, and then go to Pen weapons. You can keep your distos at TED and maybe go Pen distos as a last.
Dude, Black Stars used to be like 130 something bill. Now they're at 168 is the peak point. What the hell? The recent price 162 bill. Oh my goodness.
So yeah. I mean, I can tell you my progression. I'm gonna go Pen Eyes of Runes, maybe Pen Valtara for HP build, or if I'm gonna go PvP, maybe Pen Centaurs on the side. And then keep the distos at TED, but then start getting maybe Pen Black Stars main hand, and then Pen Black Star Awakening. I don't know if I want to get Pen Black Star sub weapon though.
Right. It's probably not necessary because like a lot of times by the time you get to the point where you're even thinking about Pen Black Star sub weapon, your DP is so high that using a green offhand is more than viable even at like Olin's.
Yeah,
Like by then
I
you'll
will
have
probably
like
use
high
like a.
DP, so you really won't be thinking about it. Honestly, like a Nether and a green offhand will cover the bases.
I'll personally use probably like evasion offhand for PvP. I'm gonna try it
Yeah,
out.
for PvP for sure. Yeah. For PvP, you'll want to have your accuracy offhand, your evasion offhand. You'll want an aura or the AP offhand for DPS, like, and you'll want your Kudum. So you'll want like multiple offhands because your offhand is the first thing you're going to be swapping to counter the opponent. You know,
Yeah.
they're an AP monkey. You switch to your evasion offhand. If you're getting zerged by a bunch of people, you'd want to survive a bit longer. So you'd probably
I mean, I'll
switch to the
probably get my
evasion.
Kutum to Capra 19 at some point,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's gonna give you extra accuracy as well.
By month 5, I was thinking like for life skills, generally if you're
The
really into
life
life
skill is
skills, I'd
just
say you'd
feeding
be
the
thinking
grinding
about
gear at this
pet
point.
accessories.
I think after 3 months, the life skill is feeding your grinding gear. You're not gonna make any investment on life skill after month 3.
I'd still think that they would want to get to that Tet life skill gear, or sorry, Tet
Tet
accessories
accessories.
before it starts feeding your gear. Like I stopped at Tet accessories and Tet clothes.
It depends how many hours they want to hunt, or are they gonna be using hunting as a main source of income, or gathering or grinding main source of income? Those two. Which one?
The main the biggest combination would be grinding for main source of income during active play, and then AFK cooking.
Yeah, but right now Tet accessories is 30 bill. So if you get like 6 of them,
It's just bad. I don't understand why they spiked up so much. Because usually, like after the life skill XP events end, they usually drop back down. But goddamn, look at this! They just didn't stop climbing. They went up to 30 bill. I should just sell my
so
accessories
30
right
times
now.
6 is what, 180. That's like, I don't know how many pen you
Russ,
can buy
I'm
with
doing it. I'm
180.
selling my.
No, don't
It's
sell.
like it's absurd.
Once you have it, don't sell it. But if you don't have it, it's right now try is good enough. Like that 180
Yeah.
billion, it's gonna take you ages to get that back if you upgrade from try to TED. So that 180 billion is like half of your PvP gear anyway. So you don't wanna like that 180 billion is still, let's say you had 180 billion, right? You can get try Fallen God, try Lebraska, and still have money on the side.
Yeah, I'm putting a note down. So if you're really serious about life skilling, you can start thinking about getting Tet Manos accessories.
Yeah,
Because with the gear we have in PvE by this point, you should be able to fund it pretty easily if you wanted to.
yeah. Either
Um,
way,
keeping,
yeah.
not liquidating your PvE gear for life skills, but rather building it up. Just making the silver and buying it. I'd stop to Tet clothes at Tet and not go for pen because it's not worth buying 60 bill pen clothes. Because if you do the math on how many hours it takes to the increase in silver, let's say by hunting, by getting that 100 mastery, is like what, 50 mil an hour? So if you do the math on that 55 bill extra you're spending at 50 mil an hour, well, there you go. The number of hours it takes for it to break even. And it's like, yeah, let's say you do cook as well. Even so, that's still going to be an abnormally high number of hours. So definitely wouldn't get pen clothes.
Yeah, TED clothes is
Yeah.
more than enough.
All right,
Even
let's
for
talk
hunting.
about month 6 and beyond. As you guys can tell by our discussion, it's becoming more and more blurred as time progresses because now you're at the point where you're just converting time to money. So, depending on the person, someone like Choice, who's a full-time streamer and is a top-tier player and who can, be disciplined enough to, spend 8 hours a day making money, they'll do it a lot quicker than like Pansy playing an hour a day, maybe. So it's the further along we get in this podcast, the more it's just going to be nuanced to how much time you spend. But we covered all the main important things. Like this is a lot of information of important things that we need to keep in mind and important tips that help people down the line, like how to progress. But in the future, we'll get like more in-depth progressions for specific things. But for now, this is just an overall thing. Oh, hey Abuza, what's up, bro? All right, but month 6 and beyond, man. I think this is the point where you want to aim for the new soft cap.
That's the time you quit the game, man. That's it. You
Yeah, pretty
enjoy it.
much. Aim for the new
Take a
soft
break.
cap that is 2 Tet Disto. Let me just open up my gear. It's just easier to type it out. So we got what? 2 Tet Disto. Pen shoes C9 or 13 or higher.
Choose C20
plus.
Make it C20.
Nah, it'll depend if they grind places which drop cappers. If they spent all their time elsewhere, they'd probably be spending that money on other gear. Hey, Christy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so pen shoes and gloves, C9 or C13.
Gloves are
Duo.
C10. C10. With the new region, you're getting the boss gear.
Oh, yeah. And we'll just keep it like that for now until it comes out. But let me see. How much was the Trigod ride again?
70, 80.
No,
So
that's
I would.
Tet's like Tet's 60. Try is like 25. You
Oh,
get it
you
for
mean
like
that God
23
Eye? Okay,
minutes.
23, 24, yeah.
Yeah. So try by this point, try God Ride. Weapons. Sorry, main hand and awake.
Yeah.
Pen Kudum C7. That's soft cap in my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
Let me just open up my gear set again. And
Wells Heart, if you're lucky, Garmots.
Wells Heart, Garmots. Heart. Accessory wise, for belt we can still keep the Pen Caposha or Tet Tungrad. Okay. You can put Tet Tungrad. Belt.
Why do you want Ted Tungret?
Just 1 AP extra. I bought it just so I can push it 301 AP.
Okay. I mean, I would go to Pen Valtaro or something from
And
Pen
Valtara.
Capota. I mean, if you want extra HP, I want extra HP, so I'll go Valtaro over Pansy.
That was like, when I check, yeah, it's still up there at 70 bill. Soft cap is like everything like, oh, Bassy's not too bad. Bassy's doable. 46 bill, doable. Now, soft cap, I was saying like everything like, after this point, it becomes multiples. Like the most expensive thing is like, the Distos and the God Ride.
And for rings, I personally want to go Eyes Runes. But if you don't have money, maybe
That's later
Crescent.
on. Soft cap wise, I was just saying this one. But you're going Eye of the Ruins as Pen, right? You wouldn't go Tet.
Yeah, full Pen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sorry. Pen. What is that? Crescent, ring, plus Pen Capotia. How much are Pen Crescent rings now?
I know
Yeah,
Shaki
thanks,
Bay upgraded the Pen Tangrat and then sold it and bought it the Pen Crescent instead.
Who did what?
The Shaki.
Okay.
How much is Pen Tangrat ring?
Pen what?
Tangrat ring?
Pen tongue ring 120.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, it's just for one
Ice
AP
runes is
because
like
you know that's
90, right?
it's the best highest AP ring in the game at the moment.
Yeah, it's good for evasion builds, but not really needed for DR.
Okay. I think I noted down everything so far. This is like the new soft cap build. Everything after this point becomes a lot more expensive. Yeah, I mean, there's a few places you're going to drop your AP if you're looking to cap out at nodes and sieges. Understandable. All right. I think that's it. At this point, like you're going to be at life skills, going to be at, we're already maxed out with Tet Manos accessories, Tet clothes. And beyond this point, pushing beyond, I think you'll be grinding Hex, Trolls, Olins, Merchant Ring. So I'd say like the thing is, I'd say first get the Olins piece and then go for the Merchant Ring pieces, the remaining pieces, because you could be potentially spending 200-300 hours getting the other 4 pieces, but then not ever do Olins because that's a group spot. You need you need 2 other people. You have to actually go out and grind, and it could take like 1,000, 2,000 hours. You don't know. So before anyone ever goes for Merchant Ring, knock out the Olins one first, because that's going to be your biggest like roadblock when going for it. 2 hours. Oh my god, someone did 2 hours, 2K hours, and no piece. How long did Choice take? Choice took a long time at Olins too, right? I know Blonde Bear's still at it. Meanwhile, Jay Kuhn went and freaking dropped 2 Olin pieces in front of him in the party. Oh, that was. I felt so bad for Blonde because I remember he took a break at one point, and I heard he was grinding for that Olin's piece.
He still doesn't have it?
I don't think so. All right, and pushing beyond at this point, that's your new soft cap gear. Start collecting PvP offhands. Green AP offhand. Evasion offhand. Accuracy offhand. Those are going to be the 3 main things because combined with your Kudum, and I guess Maneuver.
Maybe
Green
centaur
AP
belt
offhand.
if you're centaur belt if you are like evasion build.
Oh yeah, yep. Start collecting PvP offhands, then DP switches. Evasion, Centaur, or for like an evasion player going what is that other belt? I forgot the name of it suddenly.
What, Orkinard or something?
Yeah, Orkinrad. Yeah, Orkinrad belt. The pen is like 17 AP. That's equivalent to like a TED accessory, but with 5 DP. So like its peak price is 29 bill, but it used to be cheaper. It just spiked up in the last 2 months. But before it used to be like the price of a disto. Yeah, I hope he gets it soon, man. Blonde Bear. DP switches. What else would you be going for? I guess I think by then, by the time at month 6, the normal player would probably be at that point where they'd be into PvP. They would have tasted PvP along the way. They would probably be, if they're a part of a Node War guild. Everyone should be a part of a Node War guild at one point to just understand what it's all about and experience it, because it is an experience. It's a good experience to have. It's fun. In the beginning, like especially if you're a new player, you're into BDO, you invested like 2 to 3 months into the game. Now it's like, what was it for? Well, it's PvP, have fun. And that's like, it is definitely fun to be a part of a Node War guild. Then having the right guild for you is so crucial in this game for sure. All right, Russ, anything else? We're closing up here. We've made it to
Let me have a look.
6-month mark. Now we can quit
So
and come back for the returning player RNG.
Yeah, certain things like in-depth life skills, we'll probably do it on a different podcast, like Worker
Absolutely.
Empires
We need
and
like 2 to 3
all
hours
sort
for
of
that.
stuff. Yeah, and yeah, we can go in depth for you know, energy investment and some other things that
Workers.
yeah. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Depends how fast they can get, but ideally, most people are struggle is the first month or two. Like, there's so many things to do, and they just get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
That's why
man. Like
if we
looking at
have a
this
plan
list, it
like
is
this,
intensive. There's so many things, but that's also the beauty of the game. It's not forcing you into a certain direction. You don't have to do the main story quest line if you really didn't want to. You could skip the whole damn thing and just go straight grinding or straight life skilling if you wanted to. But what we went through is like an overall experience of everything outside from PvP, everything that the game has to offer. Like if you guys check out the AP DP caps and the stat caps for Node Wars, you'll see that you can actually get into tier 1 Node Wars, tier 2 pretty easily. This list, now I'm not going to share it now. I need to make some updates to it and I'm going to put it in my video. So I'll try to put this video out tomorrow or something. I need to just trim down the video from the empty spots, but you'll see it there. I might actually do, as Russ said in the beginning, change it instead of week by week. We change it by step. But I'll do an overall review of it, and then we'll have like a more clean list
I
to work
think
with.
if you want to clean up, what we can do, the things you need to do immediately, like start right away,
Yeah,
and also like the things that's gonna be time consuming or time gated, or also the things that requires gear, certain APDP or certain masteries. Yeah, we can
we
probably
can do that.
separate.
We can use this as a basis and do that down the
Yeah.
line, in the future, and we can put it on your website.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the written version, like once you get this video up, we can post
Yeah,
it on the website, and then it'll be good if we do like a written articles as well about it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, gotta get the
Oh yeah.
websites going, right?
Oh, we got a lot of things we can do. We'll aim for doing stuff like every week or every other week, man. We should also start grinding. I need to grind more blue shards anyway. So if you want to do altar rooms, we got to hit it up sometime.
Sounds good. Yeah, I need some blue shots for my Jatina. I got my Capozza done,
Absolutely.
but Jatina still need it.
Good stuff. All right, then. I think I'm going to go chill with the wife for a bit and then I'll be back. But
Oh
what's your
no,
plan,
I
Russ?
was gonna raise you. I was gonna send the
Huh?
people
Oh,
to
you
you.
can raid me. I'll be back soon.
Okay, sounds good. So you're gonna keep the stream going, right? So
Yep.
I'll send people over and
Cool.
yeah, just watch your hot tub stream. Man, at that
Yeah.
hot tub, like where the hell did you get it? Like, right? It's just like perfect. It's not
You
even
only get it
it's
during
not
the
like, even like
Valentine's.
BDO, right? And all those
It
like
only shows
dragons
up
and
for
stuff.
2 weeks. Yeah.
And it's like
It'll
steaming
only
and stuff. It's like all the candles and stuff. It's just like perfect atmosphere.
It only shows up twice a week or 2 weeks in a year. So like it's during Valentine's and only Valentine's.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
when you just display that, it looks like it's just like a GIF or something you're running in the background rather than like a BDO.
Oh, good idea. I should do that. I should get a gif of this and just change it to one of my scenes.
Yeah,
Oh, why didn't
for
I think of that?
be right back
Nice.
scenes. Yeah, be right back scene.
Yeah.
Maybe like some steamy noise in the background or something. The water bubbling or
Now
something.
we're getting a bit too going down the rabbit hole.
Water splashing.
Oh
All right.
man. Anyway, dude, appreciate
Can
it.
I
It was,
rate while having this Scott? I'll end this Scott. Hard to say it, man.
squad? I think we can cancel it
Squad.
here.
Yeah, I think I need to end it before I can rate it.
All right, let me end it as well. Bit of saxophone music, these guys.
Yeah, I'll send people over to you. And
All right, dude. All right, man. Oh man, this even last time I did it with Jordan, by the time I was done, like it was like 2 hours of just hardcore theory crafting nonstop. I didn't even get up last time like I was doing now. I just
so
had to
if
lay down for an hour afterwards. My brain was fried. Because we went like too in depth with like all the life skilling, the math and everything, and like, oh man.
so
Oh,
if the
we
voice
went
is
pretty
like,
hard right now. We went like what, 3 hours?
yeah, I didn't pay attention. Good luck with the editing, but yeah, you can definitely download my stream mode as well because I don't have music and stuff, and just double check with yours and mine, see what's the audio in both, and yeah, you can just use pieces from each if you want, if you like, or just use yours.
I'll probably just straight slap this on, just remove the part where I had to AFK to get food, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good.
Anyone let them suffer through the whole damn thing. Oh no. Chat, really appreciate all y'all.